with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, repairing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes are filled to fill, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. Streams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran shoot of feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, this surely turned into an easy bingo. Once ticked off across the board with charge to what because this code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight our sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our slow machine. He's snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun, his child can't see if powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teacher's nearly over and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here. Welcome to another DSP Bingo. I'm going to just turbo charge my way through this as fast as possible just to try and get everything set up properly. Phil is awake and online, looking hurry for that. But we're just going to pick something very quickly right now. Hand drafts is up today, that's a good one. That is a good one. So, yeah, hand drafts is what we're going to use to pick today's bingo card. Barrett Wells, you're right by the way. I based off the things that got ticked off in that bingo card on the intro thing is kind of based on what I'm saying on the bingo rap thing, so yeah. So yeah, I get it works quite well I think. Right, hand graphs is our thing for today. I need a number between 1 and 224. First number I see in chat is the number I'll use. God damn it, Prophet. Prophet said number 1. Prophet's technically was right, he had the very first number. The very first number was number 1 by Prophet. So ignore the other 200 odd bingo cards because Prophet wanted the very first one. So the bingo card for today is this one right here. Front pair, nobody / no one, update, tired, time. React, hand graphs, unique, mock chat and short. What I mean by that is comment, snort, you guys and good news. Literally, short, Chair Creek, family and there you go. Basically he talks about family here. And finally, any scat talk, Twitter, leg slap, goal and reality. That is a bingo card for today. Hope you're all doing well. I am just going to very quickly get the bingo card set up for you guys properly. We're waiting for Phil to properly go live here as well. By the way, I'm playing this because playing with your beliefs would have kicked my arse if I hadn't been playing it. It sent me out a while ago and I keep forgetting to incorporate it into the bingo. This is literally bingo music from You Don't Know Jack, the Jackbox party game. So, there you go. But yeah, let me very quickly save the bingo card before I lose it, and I'll get all set up for you guys, so just bear with me. And when the bingo music ends, I'll put on Meerkat's music, as usual. Oh, that was live.
Wow, monsters, oh my god.
Okay, just saying bingo card, there we go. That's saved.
basically, it's
right now for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, you know, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yet these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin my all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet.
To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills.
I have to pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill.
I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills,
Bitch.
pay Ben
Taxes,
I have to pay Ben bills.
bitch. Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better. But kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to
To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben
taxes,
bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to.
if you want to sit here and you want to pretend like you're holier than thou, I'm better than those content creators, man. Because I have a job where I work 9 to 5 and I bust my ass at my job and I earn a paycheck, man. And then I come home. See, I'm not on the internet begging for money all day, man. See, I'm better than them, man. No, you're not any better. Everyone's the same. No one's better than anybody else. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
my life today is the best I've ever had. And I mean that. Like, every day I feel like is the best day of my life.
Your life is nothing.
I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I have an emptiness in my life. Oh man, there's something huge missing from my life. I need a large group of friends. All I do is sit around drinking gin all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I play mobile games. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
You're still bagging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, alright? I get it. I'd hate me too. See you, Phil. Have a good one.
I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. All right. The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive. Like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. It's WWE Champions time. I'm stupid. WWE game plays like Candy Crush. Moving gems around, breaking colored gems. I love it. Again, it's pay to win. The more money you sink into it, the more characters you can summon, the higher chance you'll get the better characters, etc., etc. All right. Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. Gotcha. Got me that gotcha. Thanks for the money, dummies. Supercar. That was a mobile game I played like 5-6 years ago. A lot. For about a year, I played it pretty hardcore. All right, even at that point, that was before everything kind of fell apart with YouTube and everything. I was putting a little bit of money into it. I was playing for the top cards. I was playing the shit out of that game, okay? After about a year, they launched what they called Season 2, which reset all the cards in the game and made all your progress essentially worthless. And I said, this game fucking sucks. What a complete waste of time that this was. All right. It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tips goal on the stream? And why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up? Big ups to your dad. And a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes, I pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my streams, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over. I will put out positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day. It's been a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way, but please, if you tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay? Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream. I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. It's you guys and you know how much you're liking the content I'm doing in a given day, how much you can afford to support that content. Can you argue it's a begging model? I mean, I guess.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
Scumbags and mental cases on the internet still support me. I'm a beggar and I'm a loser and I'm on level 1. And I can't go on a honeymoon with my wife. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I'm on level 1.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills. I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
If you are watching his shows and you're paying his bills, you're a fucking loser. You should not support this guy. He had the opportunity to make serious money to entertain you, and he wouldn't do it. But you're gonna still fucking give him $200? You're gonna give him $50 to pay his fucking bills? Nah, you got a job. You keep your money. Fuck that guy.
This one's for all my baby girls.
And it starts to click, you know, if someone just keeps saying sorry when they do something, they're not really apologizing, right? If apologizing isn't just words, it's I will not do this thing again because I feel bad about it. If you keep doing the thing, it's not actually an apology.
You have no respect for people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words.
You have no respect. Do you value money more than our friendship?
But that's the way of them saying, we want nothing to do with Phil at all moving forward. Let's make up a bunch of shit or twist a bunch of shit to make him sound bad because everyone hates him now anyway on the internet. So let's make him look like the villain so everyone will believe it, and we'll just be washing our hands of the whole situation and we never have to deal with him ever again. And you know what? Look what's happened. Literally, no one bugs them anymore. Nothing. It's all, they're completely washed. The cans are clean.
You have no respect for people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words. It's I will not do this thing again.
You have no respect.
Because I feel bad about it.
He watches too much WWE. John starts getting text messages at 6 o'clock in the morning. That means it's like 2 o'clock in the morning there. So now, when you start reading them, you start looking at it, and it doesn't make any sense why he's even texting. And it's not even coherent. So you start wondering if the guy was, like, if he's been drinking and texting.
My life today is the best I've ever had. And I mean that. Like, every day I feel like is the best day of my life.
Your life is nothing.
I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I have an emptiness in my life. Oh man, there's something huge missing from my life. I need a large group of friends. All I do is sit around drinking gin all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I play mobile games. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
You're still bagging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, all right? I get it. I'd hate me too. See you, Phil. Have a good one.
It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tips goal on the stream? And why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up? Big ups to your dad. And a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. I pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. I pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my streams, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over. I will put out positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day. It's been a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. I pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. I pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way, but please, if you can tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay? Now it is time. It's a segment that everyone looks forward to, one of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's Day Off.
What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Big ups to your cat.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on posing damn shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife, can't give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes, pet store, pay my bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money buying DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members. Obviously, I need tips. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. Okay? These are my life priorities. Pay my taxes.
It's my day off. Might leave the game with on it, jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pools and damn shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife, can't give me money today.
Obviously, I need tips.
Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month.
Shout out to the trolls.
For those who contributed, thank you. It would be great if we get a few more tips. To make up, earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we could pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions tied with tips. If you can. Just saying. You know, I know some people are super chatting or whatever. That helps long term. But right now, I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off. The tips I'll have for my day off, you see?
Give me money today.
Who act like that, those toxic assholes, don't give a shit about anyone else but themselves. They're selfish idiots who just want to get a laugh on someone else's behalf and don't care about the repercussions of their own actions. They think they're protected because they're all anonymous on the internet, right? So here I am with an actual business being destroyed by that toxic behavior. Big ups to your dad. Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been. Me. I care about nothing in life. Me. Human pieces of shit. Kill yourself. Me. I don't care about anyone telling me that I need to improve or change. I have your IP, I have your name, and I have your address. I have all your fucking personal information. I will come find you in real life.
I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. Let this be noticed live on the internet. You're fucked and you are done.
Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. I'm Darkside Phil. Today is my final consecutive streaming day of the week, Tuesday, the 13th of September, 2022. How is everyone doing today? If you wonder why I have to look forward when I say the date, it's because I never remember it and I have to read it off my laptop. There you go. Guys, gals, and everyone in between, we've got a lot to talk about today. We do. Nintendo Direct happened this morning at 7 a.m. Pacific time. I was snug as a bug in a rug, soundly asleep in bed, snuggled in with my family. And when I woke up, I opened up my phone and I started reading all the news and realized, wow, there was no reason for me to be awake at 7 a.m. because I can easily access the news right after to talk about on the podcast. What a revelation. Right? And there actually was quite a lot that went down on today's Nintendo Direct. A bunch of interesting announcements, some release dates finally being tossed out there for things, and actually some interesting updates. So we'll be talking about that on today's Level 1 Podcast. I'm very excited to be recapping all of that with you because there's a lot of talk about all the stuff coming up next year, essentially. There's going to be another event later today, 3 p.m. Pacific time, a Sony State of Play that's supposed to be 20 minutes spinning a ton of games. I will not be covering that live either because I'll be playing Earthbound with you all today, which I'm very excited to continue on after how good it was yesterday. But I'm sure that people will be coming on the stream during the event and telling us all about what's going on, and we'll talk about it on the fly. I'll watch those announcements and obviously talk about them at length on future streams, okay? So, not only do we have a lot to talk about in regards to the Nintendo Direct, but you know, we got some cool things to talk about in regards to the stuff I'm doing and the schedule coming up, and all of that. I actually have an idea. And you guys have to be careful because when I have an idea, sometimes it can be very dangerous. Okay, you got to step back and go, oh shit. Phil has an idea. Well, hold on, let me get my hazmat suit on just in case, right? So there's something new I want to start with all of you every week, all right? And I don't necessarily know if I want to call it a certain thing or not. I think maybe it makes more sense to not have a specific name for it.
All right. But here's the deal. Here's the idea. Let me toss it out there. Okay. Earlier this week, well, about a week ago now, I would say, I started with YouTube Shorts. Okay. And right now, the things that I'm using YouTube Shorts for are my daily short schedule. At the end of every day, I just abridge my schedule and tell you what it's going to be for the next day, essentially. And anything silly in between. Like, for example, I did a highlight of Jasper jumping into my chair yesterday, not moving and not wanting me to play Earthbound. Right? That was pretty funny. So every once in a while, I would like to do something like that. Okay? But one thing that I would like to do that maybe could end up being quite interesting for the channel. Okay? I would like to do a weekly highlight short. Now, what that means is that what I would like to do is try to figure out what was the best or most interesting or funniest moment that happened in my entire week of streaming that I can highlight as a YouTube short on my day off. Because I feel like on my day off, obviously when I'm not streaming, that's a day when typically people are not going to be coming to the channel, right? So that's a good time to put out a short highlighting the best moment of the previous week. And then people will be like, oh, I want to see that moment. And maybe they'll head over and watch some videos or whatever. You see? I think it's a good way to emphasize what's happening here in a week's time frame. Now, here's the thing. I need your help with this. Because in any given week, you know, I'm here typically 6 days on average. This week, it was only a 5-day streaming week. But some weeks, I'm even here 7 days straight. And it can be tough for me to keep track of everything that I did during that week. And in particularly, to figure out what was like one of the best moments. Now, last week, it was actually kind of easy because I caught the record biggest fish I'd ever seen in Bassmaster Fishing 2022. And I said on a whim on my day off, had some time to kill. And I was like, this is the perfect time to jump in and make that highlight and do a little short of it and see how it does. And by the way, it did tremendously well. It got tons of views. And I'm sure people probably came and checked out the channel as a result. Okay. So my question to you, the viewer, is what was the most interesting moment that happened on DSP Gaming this week? And you know what? It might not have happened yet. Because today I'm still playing Earthbound, and tonight we got Disney Dreamlight Valley, right? So what I need is your recommendations on what do you think was the best moment of the week, all right? If you could tell me what you think right now in the stream chat over the course of this pre-stream, but in particular, if you're watching this on demand, maybe you watch the podcast, you know, at your own leisure after the fact, I would love to know in video comments. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this every single end of the week, the final consecutive streaming day on the podcast. I'm going to remind everyone, hey guys, today's the day. Give me your feedback. What do you think was the best highlight of the week? What was the coolest thing that happened? And then I'll take all your feedback in, and then I will do a short on my day off. All right. So let's see how it goes. I've already getting some suggestions. The final mission in Saints Row, and you know, maybe what it could be is, remember how I beat that final mission where it was like down to the wire, my car was on fire, driving it into the Forgive and Forget, and I passed the mission, and then the car blows up anyway, but I passed the mission? That could be a pretty good highlight, I feel. That could be pretty good. All right, I agree there. Yeah. But not just that, it could be anything. So some people are already saying, what about multiverses? Well, here's the thing. You got to tell me what happened in multiverses that you thought was good last night. You know, I was playing all night, and here's a great way to do it. Leave a comment with a timestamp. Either leave a comment on the video itself with a timestamp or on this podcast. But hey, if you're watching a video back on my channel and you say, oh, I want to highlight this as the best moment of the week, Phil, check out this timestamp, and then put the timestamp in the comment you're leaving on the video. That makes it easy for me because I'll read your comment, approve it, click it, and watch it and say, ah, that's a good candidate. You see? That's a great way to do it. So either casually on a stream if you want to tell me what you think is the highlight of the week, or leave a comment on the specific video that you think is the highlight of the week with a timestamp, and that would work out well. All right, I'd like to keep this going now, get this going. We used to do stuff like this. If you didn't know, I used to have countdowns at the end of the year, best moments of the year, and people would constantly be submitting their favorite moments on my forums. It used to be thekingofhate.com. Now it's dspgaming.com. And you know, that was great, but that kind of went into, just faded away over time. People just kind of stopped caring about it and stopped doing that. So I really don't have that stuff to draw upon anymore. So, again, either on a stream, if you want to tell me what you thought was your favorite moment of the week, or actually leaving a direct comment on the video in question with a timestamp so I can easily find it as I approve comments, that would help tremendously. And then what I will do is likely tomorrow on my day off, review all that, and put out a highlight of what you guys thought was the best moment of the week. It doesn't necessarily have to be gameplay, but at the very same time, gameplay is probably going to be the vast majority of highlights. Let's be honest here. How often does something so crazy happen outside of the gameplay? I don't know. Maybe there will be a week when there's a crazy rant or something that happens on a podcast that you're interested in, but I think really it's going to be the gameplay that gets the highlights, right? So, cool. I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be something cool for the channel. It'll bring new eyes to the channel, but also it'll be a way, maybe you haven't been watching everything all week, to say, oh, I missed that. Oh, I should go check that out. That looks pretty funny, right? So there you go. Now, and this is going to be this week right now that just happened, the last, 5 days, including today. Something very well could happen today on a stream that you think is the best moment of the week, okay? Now, am I going to call it the best moment of the week? Maybe not, because last week I just titled it, Phil catches a whopper, giant fish, and people liked that. Rather than it being, it's just the highlight of the week. Okay, here we go again. Sometimes when you label it as the same thing every time, it gets boring. But instead of, marking it as a one-off, thing, could be more exciting, all right? Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, all right? So, that's my idea. If you hate it, let me know. But I feel like it's something cool and interesting I can do for the channel. It's not a lot of extra work, quite frankly. Every week on my day off, I'm pretty sure I could find 20 minutes to, see, what I can highlight as a little thing and toss it out there, So, there you have it, all right? Does that sound good? I hope that sounds like a good idea for you guys. Let me know. And also, give me your feedback on what was the best moment of this week, and we'll try it out. Okay? Fair enough. All right. Let's get through the schedule, because what I'd like to do is talk about what's coming up, and then talk about this Nintendo Direct, which had quite a lot of stuff in it. So today, per my decision, originally I was going to do some polling, but after last night, I definitively figured out what I wanted to play today. Okay? So the first stream today is more Earthbound. All right? I'm very excited for this. I had so much fun yesterday playing Earthbound with you all. First 3 hours, although admittedly, yeah, the beginning of the game is tough. When you're playing as just yourself, no party members to help you. That whole first cave and that first boss, oh my god. It's tough as hell. I died a bunch, but that was fine. I love the game design, the graphics, the music. There's so much nostalgic factors playing this game again, and especially now having an interactive audience with you guys. It was so much different than playing it 9 years ago. I'm having tons of fun with this. So I hope you guys are enjoying it too, and you guys liked it so much, I was like, why not just do it again, right? Why not just do 2 Earthbound streams, and hopefully today we can finish up the first town of Own It, and then head to the second town of Twosome, and continue on with the game, all right? So I'm very excited for this, and I just want to say thanks to everyone who was here yesterday for the premiere. You were a great audience. You were fully engaging, tons of great conversation, and the support was sky high. So I couldn't ask for anything more. I would hope that we can keep that up. And here's the thing. I know we will not have tons of views for Earthbound. I know we won't. I would be shocked if we even break 300 viewers when I'm playing Earthbound. I would be shocked. And it's funny, the videos on demand, they don't even all have 300 views yet. But you know what? That's not what it's all about. It's about enjoying a classic. It's about making the best playthrough possible, and us really having a great time for the first time ever with this game, because I just didn't have that experience when I played it 9 years ago. All right? I'm okay with that. And the thing is, new games are around the corner. I know that. We've got the Call of Duty beta coming up. Next month, we're going to have a ridiculous amount of new games in October. It's going to slam this channel with new releases. I'm going to have a real struggle trying to play all the new games coming out next month. I know that. So it's going to be night and day from how we've been doing the last 5 months. Seriously. Like, it's been like so slow. June, July, August, September, like, oh my God. But it's going to be the opposite next month. But for now, I'm enjoying kind of the way I feel. Earthbound's going to be the last retro chill playthrough of the summer. And it's a good way to wrap up this kind of dead, slow summer. A summer that was really dedicated more to the longtime viewers and fans who like the content no matter what I put out, as opposed to the casual viewer who comes in whenever I'm just playing a new game. The Elden Ringers who came by for that, and as soon as Elden Ring finished, they disappeared and won't be back until another hot game, right? So there you go. All right. So more I said Elden Ring. Fuck. More Earthbound today. Cannot wait for Earthbound. Later tonight, per your requests, it'll be the continuation of Disney Dreamlight Valley. This is a game that I tried out on Saturday night under Game Pass, and I didn't know what to expect. And admittedly, although I wish it ran better on the Xbox Series X, it intrigues me. It's a game that actually has a story, which I did not expect. I was expecting it to be like Animal Crossing, where you're on an island, just sim everything, right? No, the game has a story. You're cleaning up an island of all this magical kind of thorns and corruption. You're trying to give the Disney characters their memories back. While you're doing that, you're essentially rebuilding a town and finding all kinds of customizables and collectibles and things like that. First 2 hours were fun. Didn't make much progress, but it was kind of interesting. And people were like, yeah, play some more, see what else happens with this. So we're doing that tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, okay? Excuse me. Okay. I'm off tomorrow. So tomorrow, guys, please have a great day away. Give me your recommendations for your highlight of the week so I can work on that tomorrow. All right? I'll be busy running errands and the like. No appointments tomorrow to speak of. But basically, we're strapped. We have no money right now. So it's like I can only do the essentials. I got to go grocery shopping, get, order some.
That's a good time for me to come back. He's apparently skint. He is apparently skint. He's only made, what? This is not even updated yet because it's not including yesterday's information either. Yeah, yesterday's information is not on here at all. Piece of piece, come on, pal. It happens a ball here. So for first three days, Phil had over $500. $535. Yesterday, let's just fucking use Phil's own fucking stupid ass fucking videos. So Multiverse is fucking part 14, and fucking Earthbound part 3, I guess. Earthbound, shut the fuck up, Phil, your stupid little fucking hat. He had $172 on the day stream. That alone is, a big fucking hell.
Alright.
And, what's it say?
Kind of a cool hybrid.
He got $50 on a night stream. Overall, he earned over $200 in tips yesterday playing his games. So that's what, $220 odd in tips. We'll just close that, close that, close that. So, in all hindsight, Phil is currently sitting at about, I'd say, if I include yesterday's stream, he has probably got about $750 in tips this week. And yet they're skint. They're strapped for cash, apparently. Even though he earned over $200 yesterday from streaming, they're skint, they're strapped for cash, they can't do anything. Was Phil poverty mode engaged? I'm not buying it. I am not buying it whatsoever. And obviously most of you aren't buying it either. This fucking freeze frame, how do I do it? How the hell do I get these fucking weird ass freeze frames from Phil? Nah, something isn't adding up.
Some food for us, and we're gonna have probably a stay home day where my wife will likely play a lot of Days Gone, and I'll probably be chilling with her and watching her play and stuff like that. So more relaxing day tomorrow at home for me. When I come back on Thursday, it's going to be the continuation of Splatoon 3. We are mere matches away from unlocking level 10, which unlocks the ranked matches. Essentially, the ranked matches is the final real unlock of the game, where I'm going to be able to play different maps, different game modes, and it'll actually count towards like a worldwide ranking points and stuff like that, as opposed to what I'm doing right now, where it's just casual plays, essentially. So, I'm interested. Will the game completely change when I unlock ranked? Will people be playing hardcore? Will I see these strategies that are like crazy competitive or not? I don't know. But I definitely want to try that. That'll be the main stream on Thursday. And then Thursday night will be the continuation of Multiverses. That's right. I had fun last night with Multiverses playing as Gizmo, the Mogwai from Gremlins. He's actually really good. He's got a cool moveset that's a combination of ranged attacks, a few up-close juggle combos, and a car he drives around that's actually pretty elusive and does a lot of damage. So I actually had a good time with that, and a good variety of fun with it. So I want to actually play some more with him and then maybe mix it up and do some other characters as well. So that's going to be Thursday night, okay? Friday, we're going to swing back. It'll be more Earthbound. And we're going to pair that with Friday Night Fights, which is old school Street Fighter fun in the Capcom Fighting Collection. Saturday, we'll either do more Earthbound or we'll do more Splatoon 3. I'm not sure yet. Saturday night, I am off from streaming. Wait, what? Ladies and gentlemen, let me repeat myself. Saturday night, I am off from streaming. What?
Shut the
What?
fuck
I shake my
up.
jowls in shock. What are you talking about? Phil's not going to be streaming one night? Yes. Well, no, I will not be streaming. Yes, I will not be. Yes, I will know. That's saying yes to a negative is really weird. I will not be here on Saturday night. Why not? Because this month, 4 videos were purchased via my Patreon. And I need to actually sit down and have ample time to film these private react videos. Now, some of these videos very well may be made public after the fact. They may be uploaded and become public after the fact. Okay? I don't know. It's up to those people who purchased those Patreon videos to determine that. It's their choice. But yeah, like I basically haven't had opportunity between streams or whatever to film these. There's too many of them, number one. And number two, I don't even have enough time to do private stuff. Like I seriously have this private shit that I've been sitting around like, man, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. I don't even have time to do that. So can you imagine now having time to film 4 videos that are supposed to be 20 to 30 minutes long? So I actually need to take a night off, just the night stream on Saturday. I need to emphasize this. It's just the night stream on Saturday I'm taking off, not the daytime stream, okay? I'll still be here during the daytime. I don't know if it'll be Earthbound or Splatoon. We'll figure that out. But I absolutely will be here during the day, all right? So no night stream on Saturday night. When I return on Sunday, it will be the launch of the public beta for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on the PlayStation 5. I'll be checking it out, and hopefully it'll be playable, and hopefully it'll be good. Because Vanguard was so bad last year, I skipped Call of Duty for the first time in a decade. That's not good. That's, that's a bad sign that even me, someone who plays it annually and sees it as a good game in my rotation, skipped it. All right? So hopefully it's better this year, but I'll be honest with you. No, I don't have confidence. Why? Apparently it's Modern Warfare 2. It's running on the same engine as Modern Warfare 1 from 3 years ago. And guess who hated Modern Warfare 1 from 3 years ago? I thought it sucked. I hated that engine. I thought it was like sluggish. I didn't like the reactions of the guns. I didn't like the gunplay at all, honestly. So I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. It's going to be a big what-if scenario testing this out starting on Sunday. Okay? So, Modern Warfare 2 on Sunday night. Sunday Night Bites, our weekly Bassmaster 2022 stream. All right? And then I'm still going to be here Monday, Tuesday. So Monday, Tuesday is completely up in the air. It could be more Modern Warfare 2. It could be Earthbound. It could be Splatoon. I honestly have no clue what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave those days open. Maybe after playing Modern Warfare once, I'll immediately want to play it again. Maybe after playing multiplayer for 2 days, I want to go back to single player with Earthbound. We're going to leave it open.
Prophet's asking me a question, and I'm kind of curious to find out myself. Prophet's asking, how many people are currently playing Vanguard versus Earthbound on Twitch? Well, I don't know if I can find out. 2 fucking seconds. Let's see if I can just fucking let me randomly stumble to my way fucking towards Twitch. 2 seconds. Let me pause this before it starts playing. There we go. So I don't know if I can hear randomly. Right, so let me just get this up here. There we go. Right, just thanks. So what was the first thing you said? Vanguard. This thing here, Vanguard. Or Call of Duty Vanguard, do you mean? Call of Duty Vanguard currently has 1.4k viewers. So there you go, Prophet. There's that little bit of information for you. So Call of Duty Vanguard currently has 1.4k viewers right now, and there's a whole bunch of channels live streaming the game. Let's compare that with Earthbound. 26 viewers. Oh, would you look at that? There's actually people playing Earthbound right now. And there's 4 different streams.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Barrett Wells. A super chat says, this motherfucker looks like he needs to sleep the whole day tomorrow. Late nights of gin and WWE champions look to it's taking its toll. Hey, Phil is the master of his own destiny. If he wants to stay up till 4 AM playing that ridiculously stupid game, sleep until 10:30 the next day, and then he has no fucking time to do anything, I wonder why. When he ends his night streams at 9 PM, he could very, very easily have done one Patreon React stream an evening, not necessarily every single fucking evening, but he's had a whole month. Maybe we can do like one a week. You know, right after this fucking evening stream, just fucking set time to do one React thing every. Cause he's had a whole month to essentially prepare these fucking 4 different Patreon React shit fucking videos. You know, and instead he's like just decided to put it off and 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 put it off some more, and now he has to fucking give up an entire fucking stream to do this because he's fucking terrible at managing his fucking time because he's too busy playing that stupid fucking mobile game. Yeah. It's irritating as fuck, man. Irritating as hell. But yeah, there's 4 different people streaming. Last time I checked Earthbound, by the way, nobody was fucking streaming it whatsoever. So it's actually gone up quite significantly. It's gone from 0 and 0 to 4 different streams with 26 viewers, you know, so fair play to them. Ah, Christ, man. This idiot, though, is a fucking... Sid is asking me to check Mother 2. As soon as I fucking closed Twitch... for fuck's sake. Literally just closed it. Hang on.
Oh my god.
For fuck's
Win
sake.
anyway. I like.
Shush. I got to fucking get that shit. I forgot it automatically plays. Mother 2. Check Mother 2. Need to find it first. Is it? I don't think it's here. I can't find it. I mean, am I searching the wrong thing? The only list is Earthbound. Yeah, exactly, because isn't it called Earthbound in the West, but it was called Mother 2 in Japan or something? Yeah, that's what I thought. I might be wrong with that, but I think that's the case. I saw Mother 3 and thought it was Mother 2. I see. Well, apparently it's got 103 viewers, so there you fucking go. Yeah. Fucking shout out to Mother 3. Right, I'm fucking closing Twitch. No more. Right, back to Phil.
Open, you know, to see what happens, okay? And then, of course, night streams were going to be probably more multiverses and more Disney Dreamlight Valley for those 2 night streams or whatever, okay? So there you go. That's kind of the whole next week in a nutshell that you guys can expect. And, of course, the next week after that is the launch of the next version of the Modern Warfare 2 beta on Xbox. And I do want to compare the PlayStation 5 version to the Xbox Series X version and see if one performs better, see if a certain controller actually controls better for Call of Duty than the other. Remember, for the longest time, I was playing everything on Xbox 360. Then last console gen, I shifted over to PS4. Now it's kind of like, don't even know what to do. So it'll be interesting to maybe compare the 2 directly, okay? There is only really one other game this month I'm interested in as a new release, and that's Shovel Knight Dig. Apparently, it's supposed to be the sequel to Shovel Knight. I liked Shovel Knight many years ago. I thought it was a great game. But honestly, if I'm in the midst of juggling a million other things, I'll hold off on that until I finish something up, you know? Like, I really don't feel that Modern Warfare 2 beta is going to be something more than I play maybe 3-4 times tops, because I'll probably want to save it for the real game. So maybe after I play it a few times, then I start with Shovel Knight and we alternate that with other stuff. We'll see. Okay? All right, anyway, that's what I'm planning roughly for the next week, and I hope that sounds good to all of you, okay? Give me 1 second, and then we're going to start with a few other housekeeping things and then the Nintendo Direct, okay? Okay.
I think he's blown his nose. Wait for it. Wait for it. Maybe not. Usually you'd hear him blowing his nose. Oh, yes. I think he blew his nose.
Okay, I'm back. So, other quick housekeeping things before we start talking.
Is it weird to kind of just suggest that he was doing a fucking light knuckle off camera? Just to try and get his fucking energy back?
About gaming news. Members goal. We hit the tier 1 members goal. Stupendous. Halloween event is locked. A React event on October 1st, which is a Saturday, is locked. All right. We will begin to talk about those events soon. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
First of all, this fucking pause I got here is fucking just, godly, I think. What in the fuck kind of pause did I somehow manage to fucking pull out of thin air here, man? What in the hell? Kid Flynn, thank you very much for super chat. It says, if you press the left key on your keyboard repeatedly while he's talking, it gives a really fun effect. It's one of those things where I don't want to leave a screen right now. It's one of those things where I make sure people get a fucking good freeze frame and screenshot of it just so they don't lose this fucking bizarre fucking... This is like... I don't even know how I manage these things. So you're saying while we're playing, if you press the left button repeatedly, you get to give it a really fun effect. Let's test it right now, right? Let's test it right now.
I'd probably say by the is locked. Halloween on.
Oh, and it fucking vanished, of course. Oh, you meant right.
Other games for the Halloween event.
Let's test it. Let's test it. Let's go back a bit more.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Ted Flynn, thank you again for the super chat. It says, I meant right. It kind of works both ways, left and right, Let's try left first.
Game this month, long pay down to not.
No, let's try right.
Ice streams are don't that's all another maybe after.
And he's fucking gone. I think, well, it's live. We're behind live, but I can't skip too far ahead. I can't catch up to live right now because we might miss things that he said in between now and live for the bingo card. So I can't skip ahead, sadly, right now because, I mean, but I do understand what you mean. I've messed about that kind of thing before. And even doing it this way, to be fair, is no bad, But yeah, good shout, Kid Flynn, good shout.
Remember, we get in housekeeping to
Don't mind me, I'm just having fun with Light Night hierarchies, so I can don't mind me at all. But okay, playing back to normal, back to fucking normal. Thank you very much, Kid Flynn, for the shout. Sadly, I can't catch up to live right now. I'm like 9 minutes behind live. Masters go 1.25 speed right now, just so we don't fall too far fucking behind.
Okay, I'm back. So, other quick housekeeping things before we start talking about gaming news. Members goal. We hit the tier 1 members goal. Stupendous. Halloween event is locked. A React event on October 1st, which is a Saturday, is locked. All right. We will begin to talk about those events soon. I'd probably say by the end of September, we'll probably have nominations open for the games for the Halloween event. And probably that last week of September, we're going to discuss what the React event will be. Will it be a documentary from Frederick Knudsen or June the King? What's the subject matter? We'll start to plot this out. Okay. So there you go. Now, what are you guys talking about? Hold on. I'm distracted by people in the chat. I don't know. I don't even know what they're talking about. Okay, now, the next thing we have to talk about is the Tier 2 members goal, all right? Right now, we're at 454 members. If we hit 500 members by the end of the month, which we have more than half the month left, it's definitely doable to get 50 more memberships, whether people join, renew, or gift, okay? If we hit 500 members by the end of the month, number one, that would really help because, as you know, last month I lost over 300 members during the false copyright strike fiasco. That's bullshit, because that adds up to, no exaggeration, almost $1,000. Yeah. It's like, if you do the math of the level of memberships that I lost, because it wasn't just standard members, there were higher up level members too and stuff that didn't renew. I lost a ton of income as a result of this scumbag who hit me with the false copyright strikes. And that's going to hurt a ton this month when I get paid by YouTube and it's way less than usual. I'm going to be really hurting. All right. So we need to build the channel back up to where it was. We've already done a good job. I mean, already 100 members have been added to where we were. Now, if we get to 500 members by the end of the month, number one, I'm going to do a second Halloween event where I'm going to react to the Rob Gavigan YouTube channel. He does all kinds of dark, macabre videos about spooky, scary, creepy, oddity stuff. He does murder documentaries about murderers that did really heinous things. And if we hit this goal, I'm going to speak to Rob about having a curated list of videos that he feels are the scariest ones ever that we can then watch back during this cool Halloween special react event. Okay? So that's number one reward. The other half of the reward is that you will then get to pick the kind of costume, all right, that I will be able to wear during the Halloween event. I will do categories. For example, comic book character, video game character, Hollywood movie monster, pop culture icon, that kind of stuff. You'll pick the category, then I'll go out and I'll find a costume to wear during the event. Okay? So Pretty cool. All right, pretty good to double advantage if we do hit this tier 2 goal. All right, so please consider becoming a member if you're not. So many benefits to being a member. It helps the channel, and I really need the help right now because I'm trying to play catch up now to where I was, and this really sucks having all the momentum I had and having it be stifled the way that.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Stuart Gascoigne, for super chat. It says normal stream chatting and being poor games members go same, but with him eating and longer. Yeah, it's a bizarre kind of thing, the kind of goals that Phil sets out for himself, and he fucking pretends these things are massively amazing things to reward his viewers about. It's the same old fucking shit and just a different kind of food or a different sort of output. It's bizarre to me. It's fucking unbelievable. But it's, yeah, and Conroy made a good point earlier on, just a couple of minutes ago there, where he said he thinks it was Meerkat that made a great point. Phil wants more paid members than he gets peak viewers on stream. Phil admitted it the other day, he does not give a shit about views anymore. He cares not a fucking jot if any fucking videos of his only get like 20 views or 30 fucking views. All he cares about is the people that were there watching live are contributing enough money to make it worth his fucking while and worth his fucking time. Remember, he wants, basically, on average, he wants at least $170 per day from the YouTube side of things. So members and super chats and basically ad revenue, that's what it works out to. That's what the YouTube payment equates to, essentially. You know, overall, he's expecting about $4,500 around that anyway, as an optimistic minimum for him for his YouTube shit. He's earning about $3,500. Well, he's already earned it technically. That's his August pay, which he's going to get 21st September. So that is coming up very soon for him. So yeah, he expects like $4,500 usually from YouTube. And obviously on the tip side of things as well, he's expecting at least $100 per stream, or he hopes for $100 a stream, which means he hopes for $200 a day in tips for immediate financial gratification. I also want about $170 per fucking day as well, just from YouTube side of things as well. Combined, that's like $378 a day. You might as well just fucking round up to $400, you know. Easy thing to do. Bill expects across all platforms, across all revenue sources, about $400 a day, everything combined. If he doesn't get that, he cannot live, apparently. So, there you go. Naruto Ronin says, so what about next month when all those gutter subs fall off again? Who or what will he blame next month? Oh, he'll blame the games. There's not enough new games coming out now for Ronin. He'll just fucking blame, I had to play all these retro games. There wasn't a massive amount of interest in Saints Row. There wasn't a massive amount of interest in Earthbound. There wasn't a massive, insert random game here. You can blame the fucking new Disney game as well, Naruto Ronin. So he'll just go back to blaming the fucking games for the lack of interest in people renewing the fucking memberships. He also has a fucking out. He also has a fucking reason. It's never his fucking fault, I mean. It's never, ever his fucking fault. And Gregory Lake is saying, I think we need a counter of great pause screens. We'd lose count far too fucking fast.
Trying to play catch up now to where I was, and this really sucks having all the momentum I had and having it be stifled the way that it was. I need to get back to where I was, okay? So please, consider it, or consider gifting, whatever you want to do. It all helps the channel. Fair enough? Okay. One final housekeeping thing in regards to Ask the King. This is my ongoing Q&A show, where for an entire show, I answer your questions. And I take them from my forums, I take them from my members, I take them from Twitter, I take them from the stream chat. There's a variety of sources, okay? It's going to be roughly scheduled for Thursday the 22nd. Let me just reconfirm that date. Yes, which is a Thursday. It's not 100% locked for that date, but it's likely the date is going to be, okay? The best way to post up your questions is to type ! Ask the King into the stream chat, and please go to those forums that I'll link you to at dspgaming.com and post up your questions in the thread, all right? That would be perfect. The more questions I get, the better the show is. All right? What's the difference between Ask the King and a normal stream where I just answer your questions on the fly? Just what I just said. Having a time where I can sit down and dedicate myself to intelligent answers that I feel are thought out and informative, but also entertaining, is a lot different than on the fly people asking me silly questions. So I'll give you an example. All the time people come to the stream and they say, hey, Phil, what's your top 5 favorite this? What's your least favorite that? What's a moment that you feel stands out with this and that? When you ask me questions like that on a stream, I can't just answer them. I'm in the midst of usually playing a game.
He's a fucking dumbass and needs to fucking take like several fucking minutes at least to think of a fucking competent goddamn answer. He is so fucking brain dead, and he's fucking so slow mentally as a functional human being that he actually needs a specific amount of time just to come up with some sort of barely intelligent response. This is why his fucking React content shit lately was fucking almost failed, because he fucking needed time to rehearse and react that shit. Trying to do live reacts on the fucking spot, on the fly, is not good for Phil Burnell, because he simply lacks the mental capacity to pull that shit off. That is just asking for fucking trouble for Phil Burnell, because his brain is sore and a fucking sloth.
Or doing something else that's attention demanding. All right? I'm already juggling a million things in my brain at once. I can't now scour my memory to try to get you dedicated answers and stuff like that. I don't have lists sitting around that I can reference. That's the kind of question that takes concerted effort and research to figure out. Those are the kind of questions that are perfect for Ask the King, as opposed to saying, hey Phil, how you doing today? What'd you have for dinner? Yeah, that's a question for a stream. You see the difference? Don't go to Ask the King and post up, hey Phil, what did you have for dinner today? That would be a stupid question for Ask the King. Okay. So, I hope that makes sense, all right? Please post up your questions.
You know what? I'm counting that as him mocking his chat. He's basically mocking his own fucking chat for asking him apparently stupid questions while he's fucking streaming. He's having a go at his own goddamn chat for asking these things while he fucking invites them to ask these questions, and apparently they're all fucking stupid questions. He is mocking the shit out of his fucking chat. I'm taking that. That definitely fucking counts.
All right, and I'm excited for the show. I love doing it. It's actually, if you look at all the things that I do today, all right, the podcast and other ongoing projects and things, the longest running thing I've done is Ask the King. All my other old shows have been retiring. Things like
money, yeah, money, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much, Stuart Gascoigne, for the super chat. It says, wonder if the guy who writes the questions is the same guy who randomly emails him conversations, lol. It could very well be. Phil fucking plucks these random conversations seemingly out of thin air. This guy's been a huge fan for several years, apparently. He doesn't usually talk to me, not fucking bullshit, man. Half of it fucking probably written by Phil himself. Remember he read out some sort of apparent fan letter and he started crying, you know? It makes it all worthwhile. And all that fucking shit. It's been tough these last few years. Fuck off, Phil. You fucking trying to write me fucking handwritten letter, you fucking wrote yourself. But else is saying the guy's probably writing the sponsorship emails as well. The thing is, I can still believe that Phil is some sort of fucking. He would be on these kind of mailing lists. He is a content creator, specifically for gaming. He has almost 200k subs, and obviously when he's been with Machinima for Machinima and then Laveria Media and all that stuff, it would have been part of his fucking grouped sort of mailing lists. It's not unusual for him to have these companies and people contact him just to inquire about memberships, but not specifically him. He'll be part of a fucking mass email pool, and they just fucking generically just tag every single fucking person they've got on that fucking list of people for him to try and send this game to try and promote it and get a sponsorship out of. And it's one of those things that if Phil ever got back to these guys and said, yeah, I'm interested, they'd probably fucking look into who it is and thought, oh shit, this guy, and just say, we'll let you know, and fucking not go back to him again once they fucking know who it actually is. Brad Bunyan's asking, do I have a public email address he wants to forward me something? Just kingjadvcmp@gmail.com. I think I've got the email address on my YouTube page somewhere as well. But yeah, it's just basically my name @gmail.com. That's my Gmail address. So go for it if you want. So yeah. But yeah, it's just I can't believe Phil does get sponsorship sponsorship emails. I just think they're not personally for him. He's just part of some big mailing list of sorts.
Other ongoing projects and things. The longest running thing I've done is Ask the King. All my other old shows have been retired. Things like channel updates, the weekend preview. Hell, even DSP Tries It rarely comes back. Maybe every once in a blue moon we get a new DSP Tries It, right? So, very rare, but Ask the King perseveres. It is like the long lost remnant of my past as a content creator. And people still demand that I keep doing it. They demand.
Yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much, Kid Frown, for the super chat. It says he just uploaded his 20-second clip. Jesus Christ, man. We're going to watch this. So this is about Kid Frown super chats earlier on. He just uploaded it. Let me try and find it. There you are, you wee bastard. So Jib, 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 jib always makes me laugh is the video title. So hang on, we'll just watch this together, guys, shall we? So, here we go.
What are you guys talking about? Hold on, I'm distracted by people in the chat. If we remember as you know, last month I lost over 3.
That was weird. That was fucking weird. I'm gonna give that a big like, you know. Hang on. There you go. Robust content. There you go. Good video, pal. That was a good wee video. It explains your super chats very well now. It really does explain your super chats extremely well. Brad Burning, is a thing you just sent for the stream, or is it for something I can you want to deal with later on? I can check it now if you want, if it's something that's relevant to the stream. But let me know if you want to check it now, if it's like relevant for, you know, for anything, or I can just check it afterwards if needed. But cheers to that, Kid Flim. I do appreciate the wee video as well. And let's get back to bingo. I don't want to fall too far behind.
I've said many times I was thinking about kind of canceling it, and people are like, no, we absolutely positively demand that you keep this up, okay? So there you go. All right, that's the housekeeping stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, let us start talking about this Nintendo Direct, in which a lot of information was disseminated, all right? So, let's just go through. Octopath Traveler 2 has been announced. Several years ago during the summertime, Octopath Traveler 1 came out. I was interested in it because the art style looked very similar to, say, Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger, but I skipped it. Why did I skip it? Because I was in the midst of playing Persona 5, but I was a year late. Why? Because the year before, Atlas hit me with false copyright strikes for playing Persona 5, which then they removed, but I was so apprehensive about continuing to play it because I didn't want DSP Gaming to get shut down for copyright bullshit. So I held it off an entire year. And so the next summer I played Persona 5, and now, of course, I'm doing a super lengthy RPG. I wasn't going to play another super lengthy RPG, so Octopath Traveler I just never played. Now, over the years, some people have suggested it, but it just never happened, okay? They've announced the sequel. It's coming out next year, February 24th, 2023, okay? End of February. Interesting time for a lengthy RPG to come out. Not a typical time for that kind of game to release. And they are going to release a $180 collector's edition. Wow! What the hell could possibly be in a $180 collector's edition of a pixelated RPG, right? It's a pixel art game. Well, that's what's in it right there. There it is.
Right, let's have a look at this shit. A whole bunch of different figurines, Octopath Traveler 2 art album. It's hard to actually tell. Is that just maybe models? I don't even fucking know what I'm looking at properly. It's not the most obvious thing to really see. Remember, Phil cannot show his phone on stream because it would expose his personal private information which people could hurt him with. This is why I can't prove WWE Champions is not on his phone. At least that's the excuse he's always fucking told us.
Alright, so what is it? Oh, it appears to be a huge box, an art album. I believe there's a full... It might be like a... Let's see. Is that a soundtrack CD? I guess it looks like a soundtrack CD. And I believe little pewter figurines for every character. There's 8 of them, so you would think that's for each main character. Yeah, they look at their pewter figurines, almost like little mini busts. So I guess that's it. I mean, they almost look like chess pieces, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't come with a chess game. I guess it's nice, but let's be honest here. The game's going to be $60. You're going to pay $120 extra for an art book, a soundtrack CD, a fancy box, and 8 little pewter figurines. They're making bank on you. If you buy this thing, just know you're getting completely bamboozled.
I mean, look at the fucking money you spend on WWE Champions. They're fucking making bank on you every single fucking day for the last several fucking years, Phil. What's the fucking difference? In fact, the people buying this fucking shit, you know, from, you know, for a bit, they're getting more for their fucking money's worth because they actually have something physical to show for what they're buying. $180 gives them something they may be very passionate about and interested in. Whereas Phil, what's he going to fucking do with his fucking JPEG wrestling thing? He can't fucking print them out, can he? He can't fucking just... He can't just show them off to friends. He has no fucking friends. He can't show off to family because they don't fucking care, and he fucking keeps his shit, private from his fucking family. So all he can do is just fucking bask in it himself and think to himself, oh, this is so worth the money. This is so worth the thousands of dollars I've put into this fucking game. The tens of thousands of dollars. The hundreds of thousands of dollars I've put into this fucking game over the many fucking years of playing this game. It was worth fucking ignoring my fucking wife on a fucking wedding night so I can play this game some more. It was absolutely fucking worth not fucking going on a honeymoon with my wife and instead fucking playing this fucking game every single fucking day. Having this game take over my fucking life. You fucking idiot, Phil. You talk about fucking people... blowing money and, being suckers for some company. They charge $180 for something people care about and you fucking you put thousands into WWE champions. You spent months putting thousands into WWE fucking champions, you fucking idiot. And Phil, keep in mind what Phil used to do as well. Phil used to fucking buy all these fucking daft figurines all the fucking time and statues and all that shit. He had some fucking She-Hulk thing and all that shit and fucking... There's tons of them. There's fucking tons of them. You look at his old Connecticut videos, they had tons of these fucking figures. Joe L. Rican says that was a different phone than the WWE Champions phone. Or was it? Very different phone. So Phil's got a brand new fucking phone. Has he got a brand new fucking phone just for streams? Oh, that'd be hilarious. That'll be so fucking hilarious if he has a fucking phone specifically just for his fucking, streams, so nobody can fucking see he actually plays WWE Champions on his own wee personal phone. Because he keeps getting fucking caught playing WWE Champions. It's not just happened one time, it's happened a few times now. It looks like he's fucking got WWE Champions on his fucking phone. So this is just some random cheap ass phone. I don't even fucking know. What kind of phone is that? Does anyone know what kind of fucking dumbass phone this is? It looks fucking cheap. I don't know. I'm going to fast forward back to where I was, but yeah.
Figurines, like little mini busts, $120 extra for an art book, a soundtrack CD, a fancy box, and 8 little pewter figurines. They're making bank on you. If you buy this thing, just know you're getting completely bamboozled. You're definitely not going to be getting your money's worth there. Okay? Just being honest. I look at these collector's editions now, and I look back at the time when I used to get collector's editions. And it was funny because it'd be like, oh, it's Splinter Cell, and it comes with a fucking plane that you can really fly. Black Ops, that comes with an actual RV car you can drive around your house with a camera built on it. Holy shit, right? Or, the game that comes with a statue, and the statue is this big, and it's ceramic, and it's hand-painted, and it's crazy interesting and good quality, right? Or you can buy Octopath Traveler 2 in 2022 and get 8 little pewter figurines for $180 or something great. So just, I'm not telling anyone, hey, don't get it. What I'm saying is, be careful with your money. Because what's happened is, over the years, they've changed the way these collector's editions work. And are you really getting, the value? No, you're not. This is, if you really like Octopath Traveler 1, you're a super fan, right? And you're probably going to love 2, and you want something to remember it by, you want to, maybe display it in your house, you're that kind of a crazy collector person, that's okay then, go for it. But understand, this is not worth it. This is pure profit for them, like 100% lining their pockets with money for that collector's edition, okay? Okay. The next announcement, Pikmin 4 is happening. After over 7 years, they're finally making a new Pikmin. Remember? You squeeze the fruit, you get the juice. Remember that playthrough that I did that was really cool in the summer of 2015? I had so much fun with it, and I was like, wow, this game's great. It was very challenging, but I actually really enjoyed it on the Wii U back then. And it was something unique and different, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. And now here we are, how many years later? It took this long, right? Is it really 9 years? Wait a minute. When did Pikmin 3 come out? 9 years ago? 9 years ago. You squeeze the fruit, you get the juice. Wow. Holy fuck. 9 years ago. It doesn't feel like that to me, but man. The thing is, you know what it is? The game's so unique, right? Pikmin, tell me another game that's Pikmin. right? But it works. It's a formula that's completely unique. It's unique to Nintendo. It stands out in my memory as one of the more meaningful and memorable playthroughs I've ever done. So it doesn't feel like 9 years ago. It just does.
That does it. He said meaningful again. I am adding it back to the list. I don't care what anyone says. He keeps saying it.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for Super Chat. It says, what's the profit margin on WWE JPEGs, Filbert? Excellent fucking point. Excellent goddamn fucking point. But I'm just saying, I swear to fuck he keeps saying meaningful. As soon as we've removed the thing, as soon as we call it cursed and remove it from our fucking list, he has been using it fucking happily and gleefully multiple times a fucking stream. I am adding that shit back into the fucking rotation. That is every fucking time. Every fucking time. But yeah, Phil's fucking got no right to fucking talk about getting ripped off by gaming companies when he fucking invests so fucking heavily into skill play and gets absolutely nothing for it. He has no end product for it. I mean, it's not even gambling at this fucking point, because sometimes with gambling, sometimes you can win. What do you win with this game? You know, you get more fucking cards in the game, but you have no way of cashing out. There is no end victory here. There is no end goal. There is no end game for WWE Champions. It's just you losing your money, so much more of your fucking money, until they fucking say, okay, game's over. Get fucked, customer. We're pulling the game. All your investment, gone. You get nothing for it. Good day, sir.
It doesn't feel like I played that the same year that I played Earthbound last. It definitely doesn't feel like that. That's crazy. So anyway, Pikmin 4 finally coming in 2023, 10 years later. Okay. Tales of Symphonia. Oh, you want to know what about it? Tales of Symphonia is being remade or remastered, an enhanced version for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch in 2023. It doesn't have a set release date yet, but I'm a little confused. Bear with me here. Didn't they already do that? Like, I bought it, and I started playing it, and I remember I played maybe 8 hours of it, and I got bored, and I never went back to it, right? Because remember, I played Tales of Zestria? Which one did I play? I played the first, I played a Tales of game. I played it through, all right? Then a sequel came out to it. I started playing it, and I was like, this game is boring, because they literally reused all the assets. It's almost the same game, and I stopped playing it. Then Tales of Symphonia came out, and I was like, oh, it's a remake. I'll play it, because you guys told me, oh, this is like the one that started a lot of people liking the franchise. You should totally play it. So I bought it, and I played it for like 8 hours, and I got bored with that too, and I never played it again. So didn't this already come out? Like, wasn't there already a remaster? What am I missing here? I'm at a loss. I remember playing this game. I totally remember playing this game and then dropping it. So they're claiming they're re-releasing it on PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Then what did I play? Didn't I play it on PS4? It was a remaster for PS3? So it's just the same game again. I'm getting very confused. Anyway, this version, I guess if you get it, there's going to be a physical version called the Chosen Edition that costs more money, and it has an art book and decals, and it probably costs like $300 more than the regular game, just like Octopath Traveler 2. So if you really want to, you know, again, line their pockets, go ahead. But I'm just kind of confused because I swear to God I played this already and I didn't like it, so I didn't keep playing it, right? Anyway, let's continue on. GoldenEye 007. The rumors were true. They actually have remade GoldenEye 007 from the Nintendo 64 as a modern game. All right, it's going to be on Xbox consoles as well as the Switch. On Xbox consoles, it's going to be on Game Pass. So you don't even have to buy it. You can just get it if you're part of the Game Pass subscription service. Wow. That's cool. All right, but there's a catch. You ready for the catch? James Bond is being played as a woman. Whoa, no. I'm just kidding. No. The catch is, apparently, the Xbox version, which is on Game Pass, is only the campaign. It's not online play. While the Switch version, oddly enough, will have online multiplayer. And I gotta say, huh? What? If you're gonna get GoldenEye in the modern era, you want to play GoldenEye against other people. That was the catch of GoldenEye back in the N64 era. Now, admittedly, there was no online play for the original GoldenEye, but the late 90s were a lot different than 2022. Back then, you know, you could actually go over your friend's house and play video games without the threat of getting a debilitating disease like we have today. So everything today is online play, right? As opposed to back then, no one gave a shit. It's a little different, okay? So it's confusing me because why wouldn't you want online play in every version of the game, right? So that's what really confuses me. I'm like, why does the Switch have online play and not the Xbox version?
Money, money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much, Black Major Super Chat. It says, I regret turning off Columbo for this garbage. Aye, Columbo's a fucking great show, man. It's a fucking sore one, man. You can't. There is no comparison. There is simply no comparison, pal. I'll tell you what, how about I go to 1.5 speed? We're at 1.25 right now, I'll go 1.5. Try and speed through this garbage some more.
Why does the Switch have online play and not the Xbox version? I'm very confused. Now, the Xbox version is on Game Pass, right? So I guess what I would do is get the Game Pass version, play it, see if I enjoy it, all right? And if it's good, oh, this game's actually pretty good.
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much for Super Chat. Short Gascoigne says, Columbo is a god amongst men. We got some more Columbo fans in the joint. The Columbo crew, rise up and appreciate the god that is Columbo.
Game Pass version, play it, see if I enjoy it, all right? And if it's good, oh, this game's actually pretty good to play, modern era, then buy it on the Switch, which I know for a fact will look and likely play inferior to the Xbox version I already have, so that I can play it online. Like, you see what I mean? It just sounds so odd and weird and bizarre that the Switch version has the online and not the Xbox. I mean, yes, it is true. Oh, really? Lipsian says the Switch version will not have any matchmaking. It'll be friend codes only, so actually there is no online multiplayer unless you're playing with friends. Never mind. All right, so GoldenEye's being remade and there's no online multiplayer for either version, so just play it on Xbox. Cool.
Bill's like, oh, she needs friends. Okay, that's not relevant to me then. Fantastic.
Sounds good. I'm glad that you told me that, Lipsian. Thank you. All right. Continuing on. By the way, no release date for that. They're saying it's coming, but they didn't give a release date for that yet. Okay. Final Fantasy VII Reunion is the name of what they're actually calling the remake of Crisis Core. I didn't know they were going to rename it, but apparently they did. So it's actually being called Final Fantasy VII Reunion. Okay? It is being released on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series S, the Xbox One, the Nintendo Switch, PC, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, the original Xbox, the Sega Dreamcast, the Sega Saturn, the Nintendo 64, the Super Nintendo, and the Super Famicom.
Shut up, bitch!
The Genesis. It's ridiculous. It's like they ported it to they're porting it to like every console possible modern. All right, not all those classic ones. Obviously, I'm joking. But I was like reading, I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versions. Damn, that's a lot of porting. Okay, but it's actually not surprising. The game started out as a PlayStation portable game. I owned it on my PSP way back in the day, and actually, for the few games that I owned on PSP, I had Patapon, I had that, I had man, it's hard for me to even remember. This was my favorite game on PSP, Crisis Core. It was addicting. It was fun. It actually had quite good graphics. It had supplemental plot to Final Fantasy VII. I really liked it. I never beat it, though. I remember it becoming such a grind that I never completed it. I'm curious how this game will actually translate into a modern game, because it really was meant to be kind of the game that you waste a lot of time grinding, because it was a handheld. It was supposed to be, oh, you're killing time, so bust out your PSP and do this grinding style combat gameplay in the game. It's not anything like the gameplay of Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's completely different. So I am very curious on how this is going to translate. In addition, I'm curious how this is going to tie into the plot of Final Fantasy VII Remake, if at all. You would think they would try to go for that, since Final Fantasy VII Remake was so popular and the new one's coming soon, but I'm not sure. But anyway, it has a release date now, December 13th. So I'm actually going to put that on my release schedule. FF7 CC Reunion. Reunion. There you go. So now it comes out the same day as High on Life. which is fine, I guess. Interesting. Funny enough, this game, this December looks like they may have a good handful of new releases. Usually December is almost dead for game releases. This year's the opposite. September is almost dead for new releases, and December's kind of getting loaded now. I'm totally okay with that. All right, so I'm excited. I know that you guys are excited too. It should be something interesting for December, and I am interested in it. So there you go. The last announcement, and this one, you know, this one is probably the one that most people glossed over. It's really not that big of a deal. You know, it's just that Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out in May and has a release date now. So we can just cover it. All right, so guys, that's all I have to talk about. So I'd like to open up the oh, people want to talk about this? Oh, I didn't think people would want to talk about it.
Shut the fuck up!
The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2, is not called Breath of the Wild 2. It is now called The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. All right? Pre-orders are open. The release date is May 12th, 2023. All right? And so, now that we finally have a name and a release date, Nintendo decided they were going to blow the doors open. Expose on the gameplay of this game. They wanted to be sure that everyone knew what they were pre-ordering and getting into. So they started off showing a wall mural with a fire in front of it and some music. And they continued to show a wall mural with a fire in front of it and some music for about 45 seconds. Okay? Then they show a door opening. And Link walks out of the door and jumps. And he grabs like this ledge that's hovering in midair. And then the ledge moves. And then it says, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom coming in May 2023. And that's the end of it. I don't know about you, but I'm very excited now. Like, I totally did not need to see anything about this game at all. I mean, we've only been waiting for a tasty morsel of information about it for like 5 years. That's fine. I can wait longer. At least we have the name, and at least we have the release date, right? As long as we have the name and the release date, it's more than enough for me. I don't need anything else. Seriously. We're good. That's it. It's all I needed. So I'm sold. I've already pre-ordered about 10 different copies of it. All right. This time around, at least it's not cross-platform with the Wii U. So hopefully it runs well. To remember, that was actually the big conundrum with Breath of the Wild, is that the Switch had just released, so a lot of people wanted to get it on the Switch, but it actually ran worse on the Switch than the Wii U, which is weird, because the Switch is way more powerful than the Wii U, and it actually ran more poorly. So I got it on the Wii U, and it actually was like really decent for a Wii U game. It's probably the best running game on the Wii U, honestly. So it was really odd that that happened. This time around, it's only on the Switch, so you don't have to worry about choosing a copy or anything like that. I wish I had more to say. I actually wish I could say, hey guys, let's talk about this aspect of it and that aspect of it and this and that. They didn't reveal a damn thing. They said fucking wall mural. They might as well not have even had the video. They could have just had a title card that said, here's the date and the name. They didn't even have to play it.
This is the same kind of motherfucker that fucking he'll learn Street Fighter 6 is getting made, and that's all he needs to know. If he knows when it's going to roughly come out, and he knows it's going to be Street Fighter 6, he won't ask for more details. He'll just basically go, great, I'm definitely getting this game. I need to get Street Fighter because I'm a Street Fighter guy. I need to get a Street Fighter game. Street Fighter. He is not thinking from the perspective of the average gamer. He never fucking does. If it deludes himself into thinking he's fucking pretending to be the average gamer, but there's nothing fucking average about Phil's fucking lifestyle to even pretend to be the average fucking gamer. There is no fucking average gamer that goes through games the fucking the rate he does. There is simply no average gamer like that. The average gamer gets more fulfillment from their fucking games than Phil Burnell does. They actually have more of a commitment to the fucking games than Phil Burnell does. They don't just dedicate 2 hours a fucking night to it or whatever. If people get a fucking brand new game, they're not going to fucking play that shit for only 2 or 3 hours that night. No, usually if people get a fucking brand new game that they're looking forward to, that shit will be a fucking full day commitment, We break in between for dinner or whatever, but that's a fucking brand new game. That's your fucking brand new game. You're going to play that shit as much as humanly fucking possible because you've been looking forward to this brand new game. You've been waiting for this fucking brand new game to come out. You finally got your brand new fucking game, and you're going to sink a good chunk of time into that brand new fucking game. Phil, no, everything revolves around the fucking schedule. He's fucking got this fucking stupid artistic schedule he's got. And he fucking pretends to be a fucking average gamer, he fucking sticks to this fucking schedule so goddamn strictly. How dare, fucking heaven forbid he fucking deviates from his schedule, otherwise the fucking whole world will fucking implode, and his fucking chat won't fucking know what to do with themselves or where to fucking go. Fucking bunch of dentheads that they are.
So there you go. Okay, now, I guess there's a few other things. I might have missed a few. Some people were saying something about a Fire Emblem game, but I didn't see that. I was trying to recap or look up all the announcements. And essentially, I just went through what people consider were the biggest announcements from this Nintendo Direct. If you can't tell, probably one of the biggest Nintendo Directs in a long time. I mean, that was a lot to talk about. Typically, a Nintendo Direct has a million games no one cares about, but this one actually had a significant amount of stuff in it. So I would say probably one of the better Nintendo Directs that they've done. But I'm not... A new mainline Fire Emblem opened the show, a port of Kirby's Return to Dreamland. The new mainline Fire Emblem is going to be a port of Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Now, that's a shock. I was not expecting to see those angsty teens in military garb taking on, you know, King DDD. Wow, that's an interesting matchup I was not expecting. Awesome. It's called Fire Emblem Engage. It comes out January 20th. What is it?
Well, it's not up to your fucking chat. You're meant to be telling the fucking chat the gaming news. You did zero fucking research on this shit. It's not, for fuck's sake, it's not up to your fucking chat to fucking relay the news to you. You're meant to be fucking, this is a podcast where you're fucking meant to relay the news to your fucking chat instead of fucking educating you on everything you fucking slept through and didn't even bother to fucking research on. You fucking idiot, man. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Your chat have to do your fucking job for you. You should be fucking paying your chat for this shit.
No one cares about a new Switch OLED. No one's going to buy a 12th Switch. It's so stupid. Another limited edition Switch. It's only the 27th one we've released since the start of the Switch. Buy it now, you fuckfaces. You'll buy anything. Oh my god. Cool. Vanna Lovecraft says he got a really cool Dark Souls 2, or Dark Souls with Artorias on it today. That's neat. Alec Corning says they released other videos of more gameplay Breath of the Wild 2. It looks like they added in Skyward Sword. So essentially what you're saying is it's Skyward Sword with Breath of the Wild elements. The new Fire Emblem game is a tactical strategy RPG like Three Houses. The UI looks much better. The main feature seems to be summoning protagonists from past Fire Emblem games as assists. Okay. So when is this? The 20th? I'll add that to my schedule. I don't know if I'm playing it. I'll just add it, so at least I know. The 20th. Fire... Oh, I can't type on this fucking phone. I need to get a bigger phone. I don't want to. I like the small form factor of my iPhone, but I can't type on this thing. I always hit the wrong buttons. January 20th. 20th, you said, right? Well, now Big Papa Phil says, I looked everywhere. I don't see any mention of GoldenEye not having matchmaking and being friend code only on the Switch. We'll see as I get closer. There's no date. That's the thing. They didn't give it a date. So without a date, it's kind of hard to really care. When there's a date, then we look for more date details, right? Okay. Expand Dong says, save the date, September 23rd to the 25th is Splatoon 3's first Splatfest event. What would you take with you to a deserted island? Gear, grub, or fun? Gear, grub, or fun? Fun is an option. Anyway. Thanks for the Fire Emblem info, guys. I was confused about that. All right. So this Nintendo Direct was pretty meaty, I would say. Obviously, the big announcements there is the new Octopath, which you don't even knew about. That's cool. Zelda getting a release date and a title. That's cool. You know, GoldenEye having, you know, a new version is kind of neat for those who like the original. I wasn't one of those, but I'll probably just give it a shot if it's on Game Pass and play through the campaign. Escanor Sin of Pride, the Super Chat saying Tales of Symphonia was never remastered. Then how did I play it? How did I play the game? Because it came out as a new release, and it wasn't a new game. It was a new thing. It was, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did I play it? Doesn't make any sense. Anyway. The creator of Danganronpa showed off a new game at the Direct. Master Detective Archives Rain Code. Looks like a supernatural murder mystery involving spirits. It looks neat. Interesting. Big Papa Phil says you played a port with some enhancements. You mean a remaster. That's the point. That's what a remaster is. They port the game to a new console with enhancements. That's the whole idea behind a remaster. So how am I being told that it was never remastered before? Tales of Symphonia Chronicles for the PS3. That's probably what I got then.
I'm pretty certain, I mean, I'm not the biggest fucking guy to ask about gaming stuff, but I'm pretty certain that's not a remaster. And a lot of people in my chat seem to think likewise. Friends shouting that's not a remaster. Heather P, ported does not mean remastered. Anime Gun, that's not a remaster, that's a port. Yeah, it's definitely not a remaster, it just sounds like a fucking port. To me anyway, but yeah. Prophet saying, is it a port? Yeah, basically, he played some ported version, and Phil, with a fucking strange, you know, explanation, somehow turned it into a fucking remaster, somehow.
Turning on my air conditioner, it's 85 degrees in here. Okay, anyway, I guess that's it for the Nintendo Direct. So some good stuff in there, no lie. I'm actually intrigued by a few of those announcements. You know, obviously Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core now being called Reunion. I was already interested in that anyway, so that's kind of neat. You know, Pikmin 4, obviously, yes, I'm excited for. I just wish that we had more info on a release date. But it is what it is. I'm just happy to know that it's being made after 10 fucking years of waiting. All right, so that's good. Man. A pretty good Nintendo Direct overall. So I'm not disappointed with that. But I am happy I didn't get up at 7 a.m. for it, because I easily covered it without having to be up at 7 a.m. So there you go. Fatal Frame 4 is coming to the Switch, a new release in the series. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay. All right, so that is that. Now, there's a Sony State of Play later today, all right? Now, because Nintendo did a good presentation, that of course means Sony has to do a bad one. So I fully expect there to be no interesting information whatsoever. The entire thing will be PlayStation VR 2, so we can all go right to sleep. No, I think maybe there'll be some good stuff. There's a strong rumor that there will be a new Silent Hill announced. Doesn't mean it's true, because they've been strongly rumoring this for about 5 years, but maybe it'll happen, okay? I guess we'll see. I'll be playing Earthbound with you guys and chilling, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, you guys tell me if anything interesting happens during the event, and we can talk about it live, as I'm probably fighting some annoying enemy. But I'm not going to cover it live. I'm not going to just drop my Earthbound stream in the middle of the stream to cover this thing, okay? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, shout-outs and then Q&A. We start with reloading of the page. Night of the Creeps became a channel member this morning. Thank you to Night of the Creeps, and that is a new membership. So that will get us up to 455 members here. Thank you, guys. And then we had Escanor Sin of Pride who did a super chat and said Tales of Symphonia was never remastered, but then people were like, yeah, well, what about Tales of Symphonia Chronicles? Neener. Blue. Watch this. Double blue. You guys argue amongst yourselves on that one. I know I played it. Okay. On the tip side of things, we have one tip from Thinned Eye the Fourth, who tipped me $1.50 and says, don't forget Atelier Ryza 3, Game of the Year 2023. No. But thank you for the first tip of the day. Okay. So, that's it. That's all the contributions we got so far today. Let's open up to open Q&A. You guys tag me in the stream chat. I will answer your questions to the best of my ability. When we get bored with this, we will switch over and play Earthbound. Okay? Jackie says, would you buy a pen that makes you 20 years younger if it existed? What? What? Forget it. Alicia says, would you ever try doing speed runs, like Sunday morning speed runs? I've never done a speed run before. I probably would be horrible at it. I can barely beat games normally. But if there was, games from my youth, like maybe Super Mario World, or maybe other classic Super Marios, I don't think I would be good or do any, break any kind of records. But here's the thing. We were kind of doing stuff like that. When I had channel points over on Twitch, we were actually doing these challenges. Can I beat this stage in a certain amount of time or with a certain amount of lives and stuff like that? And it was quite fun. And then Twitch kicked me out of the partner program because they're a bunch of unprofessional scumbag fuckfaces. And now I don't have channel points anymore here on YouTube because there's no equivalent.
Yeah, because Phil's he's clearly the professional one in that fucking argument there. Such a fucking competent and rational adult human being that fucking says things like this.
These challenges, can I beat this stage in a certain amount of time or with a certain amount of lives and stuff like that? And it was quite fun. And then Twitch kicked me out of the partner program because they're a bunch of unprofessional scumbag fuckfaces. And now I don't have channel points anymore here on YouTube because there's no equivalent. If ever something like that were to come back, then maybe I would look into a special event or things like that. But as of now, just for the sake of doing them, no, probably not. Okay. What? Listen to this. Tales of Symphonia remastered on its own without the sequel, Knights of Ratatosk, known as Dawn of the New World, which was the reason why they have released Tales of Symphonia Chronicles. Okay, I don't know what the hell that means. Would I play Harry Potter games if they were on PS Premium? I would consider it, yes. Thoughts on Fatal Frame? Like, I can understand when Fatal Frame, okay, was a new franchise on, like, the PlayStation older consoles, like PS2 and the like. I could totally understand why it probably was scary. At that time, Japanese horror was at its height with movies like Ringu and The Grudge and stuff like that, right? So, with Japanese horror at its height, playing a game on PS2 that had gritty graphics and, scary ghosts that only show up on a camera probably was terrifying, okay? Today, in the modern era, I don't know if it really holds up anymore as something that's going to be too scary. We actually played one of them for Halloween many years ago. I dressed up as a Ghostbuster, okay? Wasn't it like Black Water or something like that? It was a brand new Fatal Frame game. It had just come out on the Wii U. I said, for my Halloween marathon, we're going to play this game. It's going to be crazy spooky. Made into Black Water. That's what it was. I played it for an hour, and people were incredibly bored. They were like, this game sucks ass. It's not scary. It's too repetitive. It's grindy. It's boring. Stop playing it. And it sucks because this is what I had planned for the entirety of the event, and people hated it. And since then, I literally never played a Fatal Frame game ever again. People said it was too boring. So, like I said, maybe this was a...
Oh, hang on. Wait a second. I may have missed a bingo. 2 seconds.
It sucks because this is what I had planned for the entirety of the event, and people hated it. Since then, I literally never played...
Literally. I fucking said literally. There you go. So that's a bingo. I had a feeling if I fucking said something like that, so I'm glad I fucking rewound that shit. We finally have our first bingo of the fucking night. That took a fucking long time to happen, I'm not gonna lie. We're doing quite well for getting things ticked, but it's just the fucking pattern of them means it's the first bingo. We've had to wait for a while to get that fucking first one to come in, because a lot of the things we need to say are on the edges here. It's bizarre. All the fucking middle shit's getting filled in easily, it seems, but yeah, it's taking a while to fucking get the wee edges getting fucking filled in, so there you go. That's the first one done.
Played a Fatal Frame game ever again. People said it was too boring. So, like I said, maybe this was a situation where that franchise was very timely for when it came out because of the graphical limitations of consoles and the movies that were coming out at the time. It kind of fit into that time period. But maybe for modern day, it just doesn't make sense and it's not that scary anymore, you know? I don't know. Michael Caine says, those type of horror games just aren't fun to watch, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Would I consider playing the Crash Bandicoot games again? If you guys really wanted, but I mean, I pretty much played the shit out of them when I did. First, I played Crash 1 on PS1. Then I played it again in the Crash Remastered Trilogy, and I played through all those games. I mean, even like Crash 2, I got like every collectible, remember? Or was it Crash 3? One of them. So I pretty much beat the shit out of them. I don't know really what I could do again in a second run. My Ruin says this new Fatal Frame game is also from the Wii U era. It's not a new game. It was never released outside of Japan. If you didn't like Black Water, it's just more of the same. Expand Dong says you always hate Nintendo Directs when Nintendo fans seem to like them. In this case, this Direct, most fans on Twitter seem to hate it, but now you said you liked it. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. Basically, new Zelda, cool. Pikmin, cool. Crisis Core update, cool. You know, this is like good stuff for me. That sounds good to me. I'm happy about that. Am I looking forward to the Call of Duty event Thursday? No. I don't care about it. I know what they're going to do. They're going to present their new game and show gameplay, but everyone's going to be playing it Saturday anyway, or Sunday anyway, so who cares? You know, like, that's my attitude is like, is it really a big deal? And by the way, I should say this. I guess the codes, the codes for the early access to Modern Warfare 2 beta are not out yet. I guess they're going to start giving them out on Thursday. So if I happen to get an early code from a fan, which sometimes happens, not always, but sometimes a fan's like, oh, I got extra codes and stuff, do you want one? Then I'll be playing it earlier. Because right now, like I said, the schedule would be Splatoon 3 on Thursday, Earthbound Friday, either Earthbound or Splatoon 3 Saturday, and then Modern Warfare 2 Sunday. Well, if I get a code early, I'll just play Modern Warfare early and everything else will get shuffled around, okay? But we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not. If not, it's not a huge deal. I'm going to be playing it on Sunday anyway, like everybody. Okay. There were 5 farming sim games announced at the Direct, and I'll be playing 0 of them. No, you know what it is? I hate to say it. There really is a startling lack of creativity in game development these days, okay? What happens is you get 1 or 2 games that sparks the fire, right? You got Stardew Valley, and what was the other one? Because there was 2 farming games. There was Stardew Valley, what was the other big one? It wasn't Farming Sim, was it? There was another one that was huge. Well, I guess it all started with Harvest Moon many, many years ago. And then Stardew Valley was kind of the spiritual successor of that. And then there was another one that got big too, right? And then what happens? Oh, well, those are popular and they have, you know, giant followings online for both the people playing the game, but also streaming and everything. We've all got to do that. So what happens is everyone copies and you end up with 10 versions of the same fucking game, right? I hate to say it. Take a look at Bloodborne and Dark Souls ripoffs, all right? Every year, there's at least 5 of them. And everyone's like, Phil, you gonna play it? Are you gonna play it? Like, there was literally just one of them. Was it Thymesia? And already there's another one, Steel Rising. It hasn't even been a fucking month. And there's 2 of them. So why the fuck do I care about the knockoff when you can play the original that's better anyway, right? So if I'm going to play Farmville, I'm being told. Okay, so if I'm going to play a farming sim game, I'll either play Stardew Valley or I'll play Farmville, the 2 that started it. Why the fuck would I play super cutesy, chibi, happy, talking veggie, cutesy, social networking game knockoff 7? It just doesn't make any sense, you see? So, yeah, like, that's the thing. I wouldn't play those. I would fucking just do the originals. So, yeah, it's stupid. It's the next fad. We keep seeing these fads. First it was zombie games. Then it was first-person shooters. Then it was team-based shooters. Then it was battle royale. Then it was memeable games, right? Like Elimination, and then fucking, you know, Who's the Killer games, you know? And now, okay, farming is the next one. That's the next chill, memeable game. The From Software, there's all these memeable fads that happen in gaming. So, forget all about that crap. I don't care about it. An anonymous tipper has tipped me $2.50 and asks the following question. Do you think that you will play Mother 1 in the future since you are playing Earthbound? Well, from what I'm to understand, all right, let me give you some perspective here, okay? Hold on. Shit. Okay, finally. Man, I really botched that one. Okay, let me give you some perspective here, all right? When I was growing up, my cousin owned Dragon Warrior on the NES, and I watched him play Dragon Warrior on the NES. It was actually the first turn-based RPG I'd ever seen, okay? I was interested in it. I was like, well, that's kind of unique. And then many years later, when I finally got into Dragon Quest, it was actually when I was playing the 3DS and Game Boy Advance versions of the games. Now, these were ports of the Super Nintendo games, okay? And I played them and I loved them. Why? Well, because I'd grown up playing games like Final Fantasy 4 and 6 and Earthbound and Chrono Trigger, so I was used to the SNES formula of JRPGs. That graphical style, that turn-based gameplay, I really liked it. At one point, I did...
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for Super Chat. It says it's almost like we were on lockdown due to a pandemic and game devs made games about going outside. It could be a correlation there for sure. It could absolutely be a correlation there. I actually was in Raven Dolphin's stream watching him react to a Nintendo live stream, and I found it kind of interesting. Like, I don't care really about Nintendo. If they do well done. If they don't do well, I don't care. I mean, literally, I'm not really got invested in that really emotionally because I'm not a Nintendo person, really, first and foremost. But I mean, clearly Raven is. I'll say Raven does care about Nintendo stuff, which is good. It's good to see him get excited about these kind of things. And he's seen these kind of games come up anyway, and some of them did look good to him. He seemed interested in some of them. And even to me, there's some interesting concepts where it's like, there was kind of like, it wasn't just like a case of, make your own farm and grow your own shit. It was also different wee elements combined as well. Like, one is like you're a monster or something like that, and you also have to like beat the shit out of people, which is a kind of strange combination of fucking ideas. I'm a farmer, but I'm also going to fuck you up. That's a couple of weird, interesting things like that, But and there's also one that's like a life simulator essentially, where it's like, you can start your own wee farm and fucking start your own family and watch them grow old. It's kind of like a strange farming life simulator of sorts, where it's like, I think it's called like Perfect Life or some pish, I can't mind. But there seems to be some interesting things I know, and it's also good to see people that care about the Nintendo stuff get passionately excited about these things as well, and it's good. It's interesting to see, it's interesting watching. So it's not just copy and pasting all the same shit, there's some, differences in these kind of games. Some of them are probably just, sticking to the same kind of formula. Obviously, undeniably, there's going to be some games like that, But it wasn't just all a fucking same old shit, It wasn't just a case of farming sim. There was a wee bit of difference in variety.
Yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much, Barrett Wells, for Super Chat. It says, Phil felt bad playing Castlevania because he had to kill Dracula. Looking vampire pale these days, but it doesn't suck blood dry, just bank accounts. Interesting point, Barrett Wells. Primarily, it's WWE Champions, which is vampire sucking the hell out of his own bank account and his own PayPal account at the same time. Christ. I'm getting distracted by a Super Chat in Phil's chat right there. Right here. Hey Phil, ex-hoodlum here. Would it be possible to get an unban on my other account? Genetics, thanks, really enjoy streams. Ex-hoodlum, so is this somebody that used to be a fan of Raven? Because Raven's fans are called hoodlums. That's the name he gives his viewers, the hoodlums. So does anyone recognise Genetics as being a former detractor of sorts? I don't even know. I just seen it fucking pop up, You just seen fucking hoodlum. And I thought, that's interesting to see hoodlum pop up. Is somebody connected to fucking Raven's Dolphin or something? I had no idea. Anyway, back to bingo. But yeah, it's a Lummox reference. Okay, I have no fucking clue then. Okay, fair enough. It's something I have no idea about. Okay, understandable. Okay.
NES formula of JRPGs. That graphical style, that turn-based gameplay, I really liked it. At one point, I did go back and try to play Dragon Warrior, and I hated it. The game has way too many random encounters. The game is insane grind fest. It takes forever to do anything because of the way that it's designed. The game is way too difficult. It has insane amounts of required grinding to get through it. It's just not that good of a game because it was where they all started from. When you get to the later installments is when the game actually picks up and gets really good. In my opinion, you can disagree. Maybe you love Dragon Warrior / Dragon Quest. You think it's the best game ever. I think the later installments are much better. Okay? So why do I bring this up? Because Earthbound, all right, a lot of people agree is kind of this masterpiece. It hit at the right time. It has the right kind of classic graphics, music, gameplay elements, and writing to make it such a resonating game in culture of the 90s, okay? There's many people who played Mother 1 on the NES. It's an NES, not a Super Nintendo game. And they kind of view it in the same vein as Dragon Warrior. They say, it's good that it existed. It's good to see where these games came from. But man, it's not that good of a game. It's grindy. It's very, very annoyingly hard to play. It's very challenging. And basically, you really have to be a hardcore fan of old JRPGs to even tolerate it with the level of annoyance that the game has, okay? Now, I'm not saying no, I would never play it. I'm just saying, being an interactive streamer, I really don't know how that game would work. From everything I've heard about it, is that it would just not be that good of an entertaining game for an audience, especially because it's an NES game. I'm not sure. Let me put it that way. I don't want to say, no, absolutely not. But at the same time, I'd like to say, if Earthbound really was the best, and do I want to go back to something that we know is inferior and know is going to be more annoying and not as entertaining? Okay. All right, guys. Please continue to tag me in the chat with questions. Rugal says, in Mother 1, you have to grind almost over level levels at every dungeon. It's very crazy. There you go. Do you want to see me sitting there and grinding for 2 to 3 hours before every dungeon? Big Papa Vills says, I strongly recommend you play Splatoon 3 during this Splatfest. They will do special maps and modes only available during that event. There's a higher level on intensity to Tier 4. All right, remind me. Remind me around that time, and we'll play at least for one major stream. We'll give it a shot, and we'll see how different Splatfests are. I'm down for that. I own the game. And by the way, in the next week with Modern Warfare 2's beta coming out, that likely is going to end up taking a lot of priority for me. So probably I'm going to be playing a lot less Splatoon, if at all. So maybe I could come back to it during the Splatfest, and that would make sense, right? Okay. Gavin says, was the PS1 revolutionary, or was it another console? How much publicity was there for it? Well, here's the thing. PS1 was the first console I ever played a CD-based game on. I skipped Sega CD, like most people, and I skipped the Saturn, like most people. I skipped the...
Oh, I need to rewind this, man. I kept putting off rewinding it because I wasn't sure if I heard something or not, and I didn't want to wait too long to rewind it in case it was. Just bear with me, guys.
I'm not sure. Let me put it that way. I don't want to say, no, absolutely not. But no is inferior, no is going to be more annoying and not as interesting.
Shut up.
All right, guys.
Right, cool.
Please continue to tag me in the chat with questions.
Hurry up.
Rugel says, in Mother 1, you have to grind almost over levels at every dungeon.
Sure.
Papa Vills says, I strongly recommend you play Splatoon 3 during the Splatfest. They will do special maps and modes only available during that event. There's a higher level on intensity to Tier 4. All right, remind me. Remind me around that time, and we'll play at least for one.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I said update or not. That's what I was checking. I thought I said update during that, but I didn't say it, so my bad.
Major stream. We'll give it a shot. We'll see how different Splatfests are. Taking a lot of priority, right? Console. Skipped Sega CD, like most people. And I skipped the Saturn, like most people. I skipped the 3DO, like most people. Basically, all these CD systems at the time were way overpriced, and the games weren't very good. So I held off, and after Super Nintendo and Genesis, the next console I got was N64, and then I got PlayStation 1. So when I got PlayStation 1, I was blown away. And here's why. Number one, CD quality audio. Up to then, literally everything was a blip or a bloop. Let's be honest. I mean, yes, I love some of the music of the SNES and Genesis era. It has some really good tunes for games at that time. But actually hearing CD quality audio, hearing an actual orchestra play music, a rock band rocking out on real guitars instead of hearing the synth version of it, was a dramatic improvement to the overall production quality of video games. Okay? Having cutscenes, I mean, yeah, they suck because they had to load. It took forever. But actually having real cutscenes, like very cinematic style, was something new and interesting. And yes, the amount of storage that could be fit on a CD and the quality of the graphics was a huge incremental jump going to CD-based systems, all right? But overwhelmingly, the one negative about the PS1 era, loading times and disk read errors. They were abundant and rife. Imagine at that point in your life, you would own Atari consoles, Nintendo consoles, Sega consoles, and every game you've ever played. You put a cartridge in, you turn it on, you're good to go. Here we go. Time to play. Now imagine you get your first CD-based console. Wow. Amazing sound, blowing your butt away graphics, cool revolutionary gameplay. Look at this controller with all these buttons. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this. Let's boot her up for the first time. Power on. Loading. 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 Loading.
Hey, there's a dumb close-up. If we had that yesterday, that would have been a fucking bingo. Just point out, that is a dumb close-up, but it fucking uses this stupid dumbass OBS close-up. That's a fucking dumb close-up.
Loading, 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 loading. Oh, it's going to be done. It's going to be done. Disk read error. This was abundantly a problem at that era. My PS1, actually, because I lived in the Northeast United States, okay, we had infamously hot, humid summers. During the first summer I owned my PS1, it was so hot and humid that the glue holding the disc read lens in place melted. And this happened for tons of people who owned the version 1 PS1. This caused the lens to vibrate. And when the lens vibrates, it can't read the disc. So the only way to remedy this was to either put your console on its side or completely upside down in the hopes that it wouldn't vibrate so much that it couldn't read the disc. You had to have gravity try to solve the problem for you. There was no way to fix the disc read error problem with the Model 1 PS1s. So, and on top of that, you know, before the era of disc-based games, okay, when you had a problem with a cartridge, you clean it. Oh, you get a little bit of alcohol solution, a Q-tip, you go, oop, 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 you're usually good. At the era of PS1, if that disc has a scratch on it, you might as well have wasted your money. Seriously, like it won't play. And people did not take care of their shit, so you'd rent a game from Blockbuster, take it home, doesn't work. And this would be infamous at the time. The game does not fucking work. So, yeah, it was like, okay, this is amazing. Like, this is so cool. Groundbreaking graphics, more gameplay than ever before because it can fit more on a disc. Stereo quality audio. I can't believe it. If you can fucking play it. And that was a huge problem at that time. It was kind of like massive improvements, but also all these new annoyances. So it was definitely a unique time frame, to say the least. But no, it was. You know, gameplay jumped leaps and bounds. Like I said, the first horror game I ever played was Resident Evil 1. I don't think I would have been able to play a game in the 16-bit era that would have scared me. 16-bit graphics are not scary. Okay? Even when they try really hard to make something look scary, it's just not that scary. But when you get to actual PS1 levels where now you can have realistic models looking like real people or monsters in a realistic setting, then it's...
Okay, quick decision, guys. Quick vote. Realistic, is that the same as reality? It's borderline, I know, realistic, reality, same thing or different thing. I'll let you guys think about that while I keep playing.
Scared me, you know? Resident Evil 1 legitimately was the first game that I got scared to death. When that dog busted through the fucking window, I remember my heart jumped. I was like, ah, I screamed. I said, ah!
Everyone's saying no, it's not the same thing. Okay, I won't take it in, no problem.
It was good. Okay. Just like that. Ah! Expand Donk says Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Coming out February 24th. Your original playthrough was co-op and camcorder. I don't know if I'm going to be replaying that, I'll be honest with you. Michael King says the PS1, aka the PS Mini, mostly fixed all the problems. There you go. Yeah, I had the Model 1, the big, ridiculous amount of problems one. It had a lot of problems, too. Friday the 13th for the NES scared you? I'm really sorry to hear that. I am. I hope they can have a squeaky fridge or, you know, a scary-looking bunny in your house. Ah! Okay. Any other questions, guys? We got a little bit of extra time left here before we start with Earthbound. Astronaut, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're tapped out. No one has anything to talk about. Remember the Sega full motion video zombie game? If you mean Corpse Killer, of course. I played it on here. Yeah, I played Corpse Killer. I don't think I beat it, but I got pretty far in it. Have you ever tried VR horror? We did the what was it? Until Dawn, the on-rail shooter for Until Dawn. That was pretty scary actually. And then we did I did Resident Evil 7 in VR, PSVR. So I did, and there's another one too. It wasn't full horror. What was the one? I can't even remember what the hell it was called. But dude, I did like 2 or 3 games, yeah. It was alright at first, it was scary, but then the gimmick wears off. That's the problem with VR is like anything. At first.
The annoying thing about this is that VR stands for virtual reality, and he's not saying reality. He's just saying VR. So even though that R stands for reality, he's not saying it, so I can't count it.
First, you're entertained. Like, oh, this is kind of neat. And as soon as the gimmick of VR wears off, you're like, wow, I'm totally bored. This doesn't really add anything. R.I.P. Bozo. The $1 for the activities. I find it funny Nintendo delayed its direct from last week only because the name of the new Zelda game is Tears of the Kingdom. Meanwhile, the Queen died in the day of the scheduled event. Okay, apparently he thinks that Nintendo predicted the death of the Queen. Sure. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. Oh, let's see here. Does Crash 1 bridge levels give you a feeling of dread? No. I went back and beat them fine with no delay in the controls. Would I ever try VR again? Likely no, because I'm not buying another VR device. I did not get my money's worth out of the PSVR, and I'm never sinking hundreds of dollars into it.
Oh, I know that's a lie. I know he's lying about not getting his fucking money's worth. You want to know how I fucking know that? I fucking asked him. I was on his chat before, back in the day on Twitch, not a shit. And actually, before he started streams properly, I would actually just answer questions. You see it sometimes here. He'll just answer random questions that people are in his chat. Even before he starts going properly live, starts talking, he will chat to people normally in his fucking chat. And I actually asked him. I remember I wasn't King Jad. I believe I think I had a different Twitch name because Vidar kept fucking banning me. Fucking Vidar is that creepy Norwegian bastard or something like that. He's a fucking weirdo Phil fan. But Vidar, But I had a different fucking name just to fucking, you know. And I asked him, I was like, you know, the PSVR, did you actually make your money's worth back from the videos you made on the PSVR? I was kind of curious. And he said he pretty much had, you know, he broke even. His wording was he broke even. You know, it kind of worked out in the end. He pretty much got, I was not ML Profits accused me of being emo. No, my Twitch name, I think, was Hot Sauce is Too Hot. Don't ask why. I've already told you why. I was trying to fucking avoid Vidar. Long story. But anyway, he said that he basically earned his money back from the PSVR, from the videos he made and the content he made, and he basically got his money's back from it. So, Phil is claiming he fucking made a loss in the shit. He's retconning shit. I remember asking him about this, and he said he pretty much broke even. So now he's fucking pretending he actually made a loss on the PSVR. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Would I ever try VR again? Likely no, because I'm not buying another VR device. I did not get my money's worth out of the PSVR, and I'm never sinking hundreds of dollars into another one again, so fuck that noise. Do I think antidepressants are overprescribed? I'm not a doctor or a medical professional, so I'm not the person to be asked that question. It's kind of silly to be asking me that. Love the video quality and the YouTube short shows off your features. Oh yeah, you see every fucked up wrinkle line on my forehead, every messed up, sucked up piece of my face. That's disgusting. You see every pock mark, every pimple, every wart. I don't have any warts, but every disgusting feature of my big globulous face is on display in YouTube Shorts. So don't miss out. Check them out today. Have I heard of an indie RPG, WrestleQuest? Old school RPGs with wrestling? I have not. Nope. My big head is the reason I'm still here. I thought it was my flatulence. I thought you guys really enjoyed the belches and farts all day, but to each their own, I guess, right? No, I don't do rhythm games because you can't do them anymore. There was a time when you could do them, but now all that music gets immediately claimed and sometimes blocked on YouTube, so it's literally impossible to be any kind of a rhythm gamer. I actually did a whole rock band rockathon. I did 2 of them, actually, if I remember correctly, and now those are completely muted on YouTube. They're silent. So what's the point, right? Dietrich, thanks for the super chat. He says the Queen passed away 911 days after the first COVID case. What does that even mean? Nothing. It means absolutely nothing. But thank you for the super chat. Would I say Resident Evil 1 is scarier than Silent Hill 1? See, I don't really feel like I can answer that question, and here's why. I didn't play Silent Hill 1 when it was a new game. I played it many, many years later here as a YouTuber. So playing that game so far removed from its original launch date, obviously playing it with the outdated graphics and everything, it doesn't have the same effect as if when it was a new game. I played Resident Evil 1 when it was brand new, and it scared the shit out of me at the time because the graphics were actually groundbreaking for that time frame. Playing a horror game that late, it doesn't have the same effect. Maybe if Silent Hill 1 was remade with modern graphics, I'd be like, ah! But it didn't really have that factor for me only because I knew I was playing this pixelated, outdated game. You see what I'm saying? Do I think the days of 1,000+ live will come back? I do keep it up. I think what Cooper is saying is, do I think the days when 1,000 people will be attending my live streams will come back? They did. I already had that twice this year, 3 times this year. Whenever I do one of these live reacts to something dramatic, the views go crazy. The Down the Rabbit Hole of Wings, my own Down the Rabbit Hole, as well as recently, what was the last one I did? Oh, This Is How You Don't Play Metal Gear Solid 2. They all topped 1,000 views at some point. Yeah. Will it regularly come back? I doubt it. Unless there's a slew of new releases that really gets people kind of addicted again to the channel. Because that was the thing. It used to be, I'd be the guy who would play all the big new releases. People would always come to DSP Gaming to watch Phil play every hot new release. But that was a different time. That was when like 9 out of 10 new releases were actually good or laughably bad to the point where you could have fun making fun of it with me. Today, most of these games are just horribly mediocre, right? So we covering all the big releases, it's not entertaining anymore. Why do you think content creators have to resort to things like clickbait and drama bullshit and memeable games? Because there aren't good ones anymore. It's very hard to find solid releases to really keep retention of any kind of attention on a channel like mine, you know? No, I've not tried Omori. It's relatively new, right? And some people were saying Omori is similar to Earthbound. I don't know. I didn't play it. I think it's turn-based, but yeah, maybe for the future. If you guys think that's something interesting, I should check out. Excuse me. Today's International Chocolate Day, and me with no chocolate in the house. Son of a bitch. Yeah, Erlin says, Omori is heavily Earthbound inspired, a great RPG. Cool. Ooh. Ooh. All right, last chance, guys. If you want to ask me any questions, I'm going to take a brief break, just use the restroom for a minute, and then we're going to jump back into Earthbound, okay? Do I prefer to use propane or charcoal? When I was growing up, my parents always used charcoal. And then, when I was basically kind of moving out with my life, they bought a propane grill, and my dad loved it. As of this point, I don't know what they use, but I personally have never actually owned my own grill to do anything with, so I actually don't know. I feel like charcoal's annoying because they have a lot to clean up to do, right?
What a boring bastard, man. Look, I enjoy a barbecue. I'm a fat bastard. I don't mind confessing it. And when it is sunny, there are times it is sunny in Scotland. And to be fair, it is actually sunny more often than usual. It's quite nice, but I enjoy a barbecue when I get a chance to. If I had a place as well, the thing is also, it's like I'm in like a shared garden kind of thing, you know what I mean? I live in a ground floor flat, so it's not just our fucking garden, it's everyone's fucking garden, so really you have to fucking make the most of it when you can and get a wee spot or whatever. But if I had my own fucking place, you know, shit, the first things on my mind is it a good wee garden to have a barbecue in? That's what I'll be thinking. I'm only experienced using charcoal though. And it is right, you know, cleaning up a charcoal barbecue is a bit of a bastard. I don't know what it's like to... I assume the propane barbecue, there is still a wee bit of cleanup involved because you've got to clean the grill essentially and, you know, the fucking fat that drips off from wherever you're cooking. But it probably is an easier cleanup than it would be for charcoal, I would imagine, anyway. But, I don't know, that's something, I've never had a propane one, so I don't know what would be better, but barbecues are fucking delightful. There's nothing better than a fucking barbecue, get some burgers and get some fucking hot dogs and just enjoy fucking sitting in the sun with a cold beer and a hot dog or some fish and a burger. Jesus Christ, man. It's beautiful. and this person, and he has been there for how many fucking years now, and he hasn't bought his own fucking barbecue. He doesn't think he'd enjoy that experience with his wife. Just, you know, it's a nice day. This is our day off, darling. How about we just enjoy having a nice barbecue at the back and just enjoy, you know, nah. It's all about, let's just go out and just fucking spend a whole bunch of stupid fucking money DoorDashing some shit as well, whatever, later on. And it's just so much, I don't know. It's just Phil being Phil. He's too lazy for barbecues, let's be honest. He's too fucking lazy to be responsible for a fucking barbecue. It's easy just to get a fucking DoorDash and just pile all the fucking rubbish into a bin and then have his bins overflow with all the fucking previous DoorDashes.
Genetics did a super chat saying they want to be unbanned, but you're super chatting on the Genetics account. So there's nothing to unban. Because you couldn't super chat if you were banned. You're aware of that, right? You can't send a super chat if you're banned from the channel. I'm very confused. Anyway, if you want to be unbanned, you have to email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com, and you have to send me the URL link to your page. That's the only way for me to unban you. On YouTube, sadly, it's not like Twitch where, just unban this person. It doesn't work that way. You actually have to go to the person's channel page and manually unban them from the page. And then there's actually an extra step you have to do, because even if they're unbanned, then you still can't see them in chat. You have to undo another. There's like 2 steps you have to do to get someone unbanned.
I wonder if I should ask Phil to, you know, unban me. You know, it's like I'm sure he wouldn't mind my fucking channel. You know, like let's just remind people what's on my fucking channel. Phil visits my channel, he sees shit like this. I'm sure he'd be perfectly fucking happy seeing this channel and thinking this guy seems like a straight up individual. Let's just unban him. Aye, right. He would probably nuke my as fast as possible. It's like, no, I'm just going to ignore his email. Nope.
It's really annoying. But I need you to do that. If you don't do that, I can't ever unban you. Okay? Expand Dog says they're bringing back Classic Mario Party 1, 2, and 3 to Switch Online. It's a re-release, the first time a re-release of 1 and 3. One was controversial, and a bunch of stick minigames that would burn your palms off. Wow. Interesting. Yes, Death Stranding was boring gameplay. Great plot, one of the best plots I've ever played in a game. Boring gameplay. So boring. Alright. Guys, I think we'll end for now. Thank you for being chill. Let's end up the podcast, all right? Let's jump back into Earthbound for another chill session. I hope it goes as well as yesterday, because yesterday you guys were an absolutely great audience, and I had a ton of fun with it. And I know at some point during Earthbound today, people are going to be talking about the state of play. I'm fine with that. We'll talk about it when that happens. Also, remember, new idea. I'd like to highlight the best moment of the week from my streams in a YouTube short on my day off. But I need your feedback. What was the best moment? The best way to do that is either tell me what you think on my streams, or go to the video you think had the best moment in it, leave a comment, and give a timestamp to the time the best moment happens, and I can watch those back and judge, and then I can maybe make that highlight tomorrow, hopefully. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much. Great podcast today. Great way to end the consecutive streaming week. See you next time.
This has been a pretty lackluster bingo card. I'm surprised they had no hand graphs. Didn't say tired. Didn't say update. Didn't say good news. What I mean, it's possible we missed a bunch of things. It is possible. But yeah, I'm really surprised about our bad luck, it feels like, for the card. Today's just been a fucking unlucky day, I think, for the bingo card. We got quite a lot done, but there's still quite a lot more white than usual.
Alright, let's get this out of here. Let's swap over. Get everything set up nicely.
Bill talked about his farts. Yeah, that might count as scat talk. Would people think I'm talking about his farts count as scat talk? It is essentially. I mean, it's a stretch, but it's random, and I would. It's. Sunspot says no. Mr. Different Label says yes. Barrett says yes. Review says yes. Norty thinks Scat Talk hasn't really been delivering, which is a good point. VLX says no. Lord Snark says no. Nah. Dreaded End says no as well. Nah. Okay, it can't be agreed upon. People do think he said update, but we just don't know when it happened. The fact of the matter is, though, we haven't got a full house, you know. Maybe, I mean, he's definitely not said reality. He's definitely not said good news. I've been listening out for it, you know, but he's not said tired. I'm pretty confident he's not said most of these things anyway. He may have said update, who knows, but for the most part, everything else he's not said.
I'm very excited for today's stream because yesterday went so well. I was not expecting Earthbound to go as well as it did yesterday, but you guys really loved the game as much as me. We had some really fun conversation. You guys were trying to help me out, and, you know, that first boss is a doozy. But we got it done, and today we should be able to finish up, own it, and head into the second town of Twosome and go from there, all right? All right, very quick break, just for me to use the restroom quickly. I will not even run an ad or anything. I'll just mute the mic. I'll be right back in like a couple minutes, and we'll get started. Thanks, guys. I'll be right back.
So, let's fast forward. I'm just spamming the right arrow key until he comes back. Here we go. Here he is coming back here. So, remember, Bingo ends when he starts recording for YouTube for gameplay. So, it might end very soon.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Told you to be quick. All right, let's get ready here. Let's boot her up. Remember, we had just defeated the first major boss of the game, defending the first sanctuary spot, which was Giant's Foot. Was it Giant's Footprint? And man, he was tough to beat by yourself. Like, seriously challenging. But we got it done. And now we're going to resume where we left off. There we are. So I did not use a save state yet. Didn't have to. I was just using the standard saves of the game as if it's playing on Super NES. However, we may have to use save states at some point, especially if, like, I'm running at the end of the stream and we're in a part of the game where there's nowhere to save, like the middle of a dungeon or something. Then we'll use save states. But so far, so good. I've not had to use the save states, which is a good thing, right? Is Phil on break? Yes, as you can see, I'm on a break. I think someone's a little bit behind on their stream here. Okay. Hello? Anyone out there? Hello? Why is no one responding? Hello? Hi. Hey, guys. Hi.
Hello. I need to show you guys what he's fucking doing. I need to go full screen for this band, but yeah, you can imagine he's been a fucking clown.
Save states, which is a good thing, right? Is Phil on break? Yes, as you can see, I'm on a break. I think someone's a little bit behind on their stream here.
So pay attention to the top left.
Okay. Hello? Anyone out there? Hello? Why is no one responding? Hello? Hi. Hey, guys. Hi. Hello? All right, people are finally responding. Everyone was asleep. It's time for you to wake up! I clicked the wrong one at first. Okay. Ready? We're going to resume? Here we go. Let's resume. All right, everyone. Welcome.
Okay, now he's recording for YouTube. He's recording for YouTube now. That's the end of Bingo. That's probably our fucking weakest Bingo card we've had for a while. Very strange. I'm thinking I might get rid of him having scat talk. But what I think I'm going to do is add meaningful and add the word dude. It seems to say dude quite a lot. Brad saying before Pixar, you can look at the email I forwarded you to chat if you like. Only a sulk email address, so don't care if people see it. Okay, give me a second here and I can try and get something sorted. Just give me a wee second to see. I think I got it here. Where is it? 2 seconds, guys, 2 seconds. Oh, I found it here, I found it here. I don't actually need to... Well, he said it's a throwaway email address, so fuck it, hang on. Okay, fuck it. Right, I'm gonna... 2 seconds. So I've got the email copied here. I'm not even ready. I'm just gonna... I'll take a wee screenshot of it, you know. It's the easiest way for me to share this shit, you know. I'm just gonna take a wee screenshot of it and So let me just very quickly save that there. So 2 seconds, guys. I'll show you the email that Brad Burnane sent me of his discourse with DSP. I'll just fucking go at the full screen thing and add it here. So 2 seconds. Add image. 2 seconds. Another 2 seconds. Another 2 seconds. 2 more seconds. Hang on. So another 2 seconds. I'm just fucking getting to the folder. There we go. Right, let's, there we go, I'll just fucking deal with this, I guess. So, email address. So, Brad Burnane, on his, sock account of Johnny Bradster at gmail.com, wrote, "Hi Phil, I only recently started watching your content, so I don't know how much this email will mean to you, but I wanted to say some things. Your videos have been the perfect thing to watch when I have finished work. I love the podcast you do where you talk about your life. It's such a great way to connect with your audience. You sound like you're really happy in your marriage, and I hope I can find my soulmate one day too. I had a look around the internet for some of your other stuff and was horrified at the amount of crap you have to go through. It honestly scares me that how many people exist purely to stalk your content and make videos about all your flaws. I really feel for you and how much crap you have to put up with. You're just a guy who's trying to have fun and play a video game, and people can't just let you be. They feel the need to make up so much slander and lies. I'm surprised you haven't sued these idiots, as you have so much on your side to show all of them you're lying. Oh, sorry, show all of them are lying. I know I can't do much to support you besides offer these words, but keep going. You represent people who get shit on countless times, but never give up. God bless you. I saw you read someone's letter out in a video once, and I don't know how often you do it, but you have my permission to read this on stream if you want to. Just leave my name out, as I don't want to be harassed by the trolls. Sorry if that seems rude, but I hope you understand. All the best. Johnny. And Francis also Phil responded at the very top. Thank you so very much. I love getting messages like these as they motivate me to keep going. And that's all Phil said about all of that shit. That's all he fucking said about that. So Brad Burning got him with a fake fan email, essentially, you know. So interesting that Phil buys into these kind of things, you know, but it's just funny. I imagine a few detractors to this kind of thing just to fuck with Phil and see if he fucking responds. So there we go. Right, let's get back to the let's see. Yeah, so so that was our own Brad Burning in chat pretending to be a Phil fan just to get a response from him on his own wee sock account email. So Phil right now on the live stream, $4. $4 is where Phil's at. He's not really gained anything since the end of the fucking podcast. Very slow start for Phil. And yeah, we're just going to end things how we always end things, guys. So, thank you very much for joining me, guys. I certainly do appreciate it. Phil is off from streaming tomorrow. He has got his day off tomorrow, so there will be no podcast, there will be no DSP Bingo to cover. I might do a stream tomorrow, I don't know. I don't have anything planned. I could just do... I mean, I don't know. Well, keep in mind, that being said, guys, we're doing their own thing. I don't know. I might just not bother tomorrow, to be honest. You know, I might just do absolutely nothing tomorrow because there's no real need to. Because it's over. That being said, we're doing their show because Phil's off, and Jose as well. Jose will be doing his stream as well, the Jackbox Party stream. Jose C105. If you guys don't know, Jose is back doing his Jackbox Party streams. So I might just fucking no bother and just enjoy just other people doing all the content and stuff, you know. And I can see you guys on Thursday. But We'll see how I feel tomorrow, essentially. But guys, hope you all enjoy whatever you end up doing tomorrow. And yeah, thank you again, once again. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for helping out with the bingo stuff. Thank you very much for the super chats as well and the contributions. I greatly appreciate it. Wherever people are kind enough to give me, I appreciate it massively. But yeah, guys, this is Notorious PIG contributions made by the excellent Pixar Animations. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, however you end up spending it. And have a good one, guys. Catch us all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money, when you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. and it's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone.